And we are live. Welcome to the Rinky Dink BS podcast with your host, SuperFly, the podcast god, Johnny Lee.
Yeah.
And my co-host tonight, the one, the only, the illustrious, nice guy, Andy.
What's up, everybody? It's Nice Guy Andy.
And to my left here, we got the one, the only of the final count, Rymode.
What's up, guys? Thanks, Johnny and Andy, for having us on tonight.
Hell yeah, buddy. And to my left over here, we got the 502 ace of the final count.
What's going on, everybody? Thanks
Nothing
for having
much,
us
brother.
in the studio.
So, guys, why don't y'all introduce yourselves to the fine folks out there? Let them know what the final count's all about.
Tell everybody where they can find y'all's podcast and how many episodes and stuff do y'all have, and shout out y'all's social medias real quick.
Definitely. You can find us pretty much anywhere on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. We try to put up things on Facebook, Instagram. We are on YouTube, TikTok even. We put up shorts on TikTok. We put up shorts on Instagram. We put up some shows go on our Facebook page. Most of our shows are on YouTube. Then we also have audio only versions where pretty much actually every show gets to the audio, so you can find those on Spotify, pretty much anywhere you get your favorite podcast, you can find it there. So on Instagram, pretty much everywhere really, at the final count KY, and so we even have a X, so formerly known as Twitter.
Hell yeah.
We actually have that as well.
We'll find it.
Y'all on Facebook? Do y'all have a page or a like?
Yeah, we have a full
Yes.
page.
A page.
Final Count KY.
Okay,
Yep,
cool.
we're following it actually.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
And y'all can find them at that. Just type in the final count inside the search bar and you'll find the final count Kentucky.
Y'all have episodes on Facebook?
We have a few of our lives that we've done recently.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Y'all should do that. Y'all should do lives more.
Y'all should
and-
post a lot because consistency is key.
We've been
If
doing the lives like once a month.
Yeah.
Trying to get people on with
do
it.
it.
I mean, that's good too. Also,
Do it once a week.
and
do
also-
it, do it once a day.
try to do some shorts too that keep y'all getting
I'm
out
telling
there
you.
because people will take notice.
Facebook's got what, over a billion followers, I think. That's a place to like build, man, and because you can find your fans. Like on YouTube, you can't really find your fans; they got to find you.
Sure.
So on Facebook, you got to find your fans. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go and ask them to invite them to follow you.
Yeah.
So you go in there and you invite them to follow you. You go ahead, put your with Streamlab. Y'all can what do y'all use?
StreamYard.
StreamYard, yeah.
Y'all can multi.
We can cert like if we. Of course, we're right now we're on free version, so we got to get the paid version.
Yeah,
Actually.
go ahead
with
and
that-
I mean, if y'all get y'all's budget up, go ahead and get the multi-stream and stream to YouTube, stream to Facebook also. You'll get a lot of following on Facebook, and then you'll start getting more followers on YouTube too. Go on, like stream to Facebook too, and then go and do like just lives on Facebook.
That's right.
And like even if it's like 15 or 20 minutes or something, we don't really do that because we do a lot of like content. But with you guys, like y'all are talking about, y'all talk about WWE and AEW and stuff, right?
we talk about WWE, sometimes TNA, and then OVW, as
Yeah.
we are out of Louisville,
Uh-huh.
and so we typically talk about, and then we
Y'all
try
go
to,
a lot to their shows.
We do, yeah. We kind of both do. He hasn't been in a while, but
Yeah.
and we're actually trying to. Some of our past episodes we have started to find different indie shows and promotions and start to plug their shows and promote their shows.
Reach out to the OVW podcast.
Yes.
Those guys are in Lexington. They're awesome guys. They're cool
Yes,
as
they
hell.
are.
Those guys are really cool. They're really nice, and we can all do this podcast thing together. We can all network with each other because I don't like. There shouldn't be no competition in us. We should all be helping each other because, like, me and Johnny just do this shit ourselves. And if we had like 4 or 5 more people to help us, like we could get even bigger than what we are, And if we don't mind to help other people when they're helping us. Yeah, reach out to the OVW guys. Go on Monday night and watch Raw together.
Mhm.
Go on Friday night, watch Friday
That's
night,
right.
Friday SmackDown together. Go and cover TNA. TNA's getting where it's getting bigger because
Definitely.
WWE is starting to work with them.
Yeah.
WWE
Exactly.
wants to work with everybody now. It seems like that's incredible. That's
I mean, what did y'all think about Joe Henry popping up in NXT?
I was shocked. Like,
yeah.
I loved it. I was like, when I saw that, I saw I'm friends with Daniel Spencer. Shout out to Daniel Spencer. He's actually a referee on
We know him.
TNA
Yeah.
and LVW as well. And so I'm good friends with him. And so I actually messaged him on Facebook, and I was like, whoa, Joe Hendry was on Facebook, but then, or not Facebook, Joe Hendry was on NXT, but then also Frankie Kazarian was on NXT.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was pretty huge.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
fact
I
that
love
Shawn
it.
Michaels showed it off before it even happened.
Yes.
Spoiled it. Right
I mean,
before
that's
you even
another
got
show y'all can NXT cover it. Not a lot of people cover it like as far as in podcasting.
True.
it. Yeah, and it's gotten good. I'm telling you. Right now, NXT is as hot as it's ever been.
Yeah. It's hot.
Since the days when it was black and gold, now it's as hot as it is with Shawn Michaels at the helm.
Wrestling all in general is hot as hell. Like we got some guys in Kentucky here, UCW, USWF, TCW, Appalachian Mountain Wrestling. They're all doing fair shows, like at every fair, like every country fair, county fair. Like they're there. Like if you guys want to see wrestling, guys out there that are listening to us and watching us, if y'all want to see wrestling, check out your county fair. If you haven't, if you can't find one, they're coming to your area.
Exactly, because you don't want to miss out on them. Because they got some hot prospects. Because tonight, there was going to be USWF in Lincoln County. That fair show is going to be going on at the moment. And if you're around the area, go check it out because you don't want to miss out on what they got cooking.
And we do want to shout out to Neon Dion.
Yep.
He got hurt at one of the local shows. And guys, if y'all can go on, is it Dion Payton?
Yep, Dion Payton.
Dion Payton on Facebook, guys. Go over to his page and find his family. He's got a GoFundMe and a Cash App. Y'all can send him some money. He's got 3 kids. So try to help him out, guys.
And he was doing a match with the Masked Superstars, someone very well known by the USWF fan base. Someone that gets the job done even when he's not at USWF. It's just a very unfortunate accident that took place because wrestling isn't ballet. Sometimes accidents do happen, even if the move gets done right.
And do not try this shit at home.
Exactly, because I tell you.
Me and Johnny tried it, and we had a good time doing it,
Yeah.
Hey, I trained a few times, so I already know.
Yeah, me and Johnny had an actual match a couple weeks ago.
Right. Yeah.
Against
Back in
each
June
other.
5th.
Yeah. We've resolved our differences. for the time
Yep.
being. We may pick it back up at some point.
Keyword for the time being.
Yeah, for the time being. But for right now, it's bygones be bygones.
There you go.
We
That's
got
awesome.
we got to work together, so it's like
Yeah. Because we're the juggernauts of the podcast.
Exactly.
I mean, where's our other teammates going to be? Are they going to pick up the slack if we're not doing it?
Jane is we have a female
She is awesome.
member now. Her name's Jane Constant. You guys can go over to Facebook and follow her, and she does a live every Tuesday night at 10 o'clock.
Well, it was 9, but she had a delay.
It's 10
So
o'clock
in
here.
Well, 10
Our
o'clock
time?
here.
She's in
and-
Central time zone, so
Yeah.
we're starting to build the podcast. We're starting to build and get more members, but
We
Yeah.
just wish that our team that we had would post so much to their stuff. I mean, they're men's just like us, and it seems like me and him are the juggernauts that are posting all the time.
he posts way more than I do. I got so much stuff to do. But, I have to come in and fix the computers when it goes bad and fix the air conditioning when it goes down and, pay the bills and do all that stuff too. So, I got other host, producer, writer. Johnny's the same thing, writer, producer. Host is his own Rinky Dink Bullshit podcast now. Now
or
we got-
BS podcast, as I've
we
shortened it.
we kind of we didn't split it, but we had a guy. This guy,
That ain't what your
no,
mama
not
said.
that guy.
Wrong one.
Is it this one?
Yep.
Anyways, you guys go on your little rinky-dink bullshit podcast.
So we took the name and we made sure that he knows
This is
we do it back at.
That's Mike Maverick. He had a podcast. What was it? Two guys and a
Two guys in a wrestling podcast.
bottle of Vaseline or something.
Yeah, that is pretty much accurate.
And I throw shots at Mike all the time. Me and him was pretty cool at this time, really. But he was fucking hating on us, dude. He was,
Yeah.
and he did that little thing, and I was like, I called him. I was like, Mike. I was like, that was fire, dude. I have to use that. Oh, okay, go ahead, use it. I was like, all right, I'm using that. I'm using that little. I'm putting it on my board.
Anyways, you guys go on your little rinky-dink bullshit podcast.
And I said, I'm owning that now. He's like, oh, okay.
That's right. And sad thing
He'll
is, he
probably sue
doesn't.
us at some point.
Sad thing, he doesn't realize that was us turning it around back on him because he thought that was gonna hurt our feelings.
Now I've tried to work with him a few times, and he's just inconsistent. So I mean,
Yeah.
I reached out and tried to teach him and tried to. There's people that in this business that like you try to reach out and talk to,
Yep.
and they're podcasters, and they just act like that they don't. They act better or don't want to like help you and it'd be
Yeah.
like guys that don't have any following,
Exactly.
and it's like we're not like that. We got a big following, and we're reaching out to people, and people are reaching out to us, and like, sure, come on the podcast, let's talk fucking wrestling. You guys,
That's right.
That's what y'all do, right? Talk
Yeah, right.
wrestling. We talk wrestling. Y'all talk wrestling. Let's fucking talk about it.
It's all about working together.
Yeah.
It's true, and that's something we love to do. We actually have a podcast out of Pennsylvania.
Hey,
And
we do
we're-
too.
Really,
It's all
Y'all
about
about wrestling?
well, ours is they're Can Crushers. You can actually find
Yep.
them on Facebook, on Instagram, pretty much everywhere. Same.
What are they called?
as us. They're called Can Crushers Wrestling Podcast.
Can Crushers.
Yep.
Yeah, Can
Nice.
Crushers.
Ours is called the All About Wrestling.
All about
podcast.
wrestling podcast. Yeah. Is it? It's all about. Is it?
It
all,
was All About Wrestling Now podcast. Now they've changed it to All About Wrestling podcast.
all about wrestling. Okay.
And I usually collab on there too.
Oh, those guys are
I'm
awesome.
basically a man for them.
He goes over there and talks to them a lot.
Yep, I show them support all the time.
Yeah, he goes and he's on their show quite a bit. They don't like me, I don't guess.
They do too, like you. You've been on their show before.
No, actually, I've reached out to Bobby Russell's a couple times, and he's gave me a couple tips on some software stuff. So
Yep, especially with how to use Streamlabs for what we got upcoming.
yeah, we reach out to other people and other podcasts like the OVW guys. We went up to OVW and they actually came up to us and was like, "Hey man, you guys," and then we started talking to them. And I was like, "Cool, man, you guys are awesome." And those guys, they have a studio here in Lexington.
I'm digging the shirts.
Thank you. Actually,
Big shout out to my
Yeah.
wife sitting
Oh,
right there on
yeah?
the other side. She made them.
Hell
Awesome.
yeah.
Hell yeah,
We got a couple of shirts too
yeah.
out there somewhere.
people can actually purchase these actually on our website. If you want to share about the website.
Yeah, so I made a whole website. We have jcountyapp.com where you can get our first official T-shirt, but I also made a website myself where you can go and buy merch like koozies and T-shirts and slap stickers and decals and all that. I just need to update it more, and you can check out our alumni section, our About Me section, past episodes.
That's
and
cool.
all
You
that
made
cool
that
stuff.
all yourself?
Yes.
We need.
That's
some-
awesome.
We need you to do that for us.
Yeah, because
There you go.
Shout me out.
Pro Wrestling Tees.
We got shirts
It's
on
all
Pro
right.
Wrestling Tees, and we've sold about 50 shirts, I'd say. But
Yeah. But we need someone better
yeah.
at shirts.
I don't know if it's better. I just think that our fans are all just fucking cheap as hell.
Yes.
Right.
I think our fans are just cheap fuckers, man. Like they are. They're so cheap.
I think every fan's a bit cheap.
Everybody's cheap right now, though. So
I can
the
say that,
economy's terrible right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, we haven't sold anything yet, but our last episode with the Get Bundles, who was the OVW superstar, we did a giveaway, and one of the ladies on there won a T-shirt from us.
I'm thinking about
Heck
selling.
yeah.
I'm thinking about selling Johnny.
You can't sell me.
What does Johnny think about that?
If I get $1 million out of you, Johnny, you're gone, buddy.
Oh shit.
Sold. You're sold. I'm selling you to the Joe Monroe Show for $1 million.
I ain't got no $1 million.
I wish he did.
About?
I'd share it with you. I'd give you
that's true.
I'd give you a nice crisp $20 bill.
But then Chris Johnny Bill, hell no. Listen here.
I'm greedy, man. Come on, Johnny.
Split down the
You know
middle.
how much
bud.
money I've spent on this podcast, Johnny? Come on.
You know how much I put into helping this podcast?
Oh, I know that. I know.
Every fucking day.
Johnny.
Wake up, go to bed. Podcast.
Johnny works this podcast. Like Johnny, he works the social media part of it like quite a bit. Like he's posting content on there, but I'll get on there to try to post content, and then I'll find a problem, a copyright problem, or a fucking somebody's reported us, and I gotta do this, and I gotta write write this stuff, and then I gotta answer comments and make sure everything's going good with the Facebook page, because that's what pays us. That pays the bills around here.
Yep.
We're monetized on Facebook, and we get paid pretty good for Facebook, but it only pays the bills in the studio. But
Right.
I mean, it's enough to pay the studio bills, and hopefully we'll get enough at some point to buy some more vodka, because the vodka is getting low in there.
The vodka.
Johnny
is the
wants
best thing.
Johnny wants enough money for hookers and blow.
I do. I mean, come on, Andy.
He wants
You can't-
coke and hookers.
Coke and blow is the best thing to have with a hook.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can't quit the black strippers. You know that.
Yeah, he's
Or the
addicted.
midget strippers.
He's addicted. The midget strippers are
The
the
little
best.
people.
Yes.
They don't want much out of you.
Yes. They don't want much out of you because they know their limits and they're going to give it to you. I mean, have you seen on X, there's one called Sky, and she's always talking about her height, how she's 3'11", and no guy wants her, and she's hitting on guys our size.
Yeah.
And she gave us a chance. I don't think she'd be worried about nothing.
I could put her in my pocket. Sneak her
Oh
into,
yeah, so we got
sneak her
DJ
into the
Easy
house.
here. DJ Easy said, "Nice guy Andy got screwed."
Exactly.
No, he did not. Go watch the video.
Exactly.
No, you did not get screwed.
I got screwed, man.
You didn't get screwed, Andy.
My two best friends.
There is
got
picture proof.
Got me in my two best friends got me in the ring and just made sure they just beat the hell out of me.
That's a lie. You were beating my ass for half the match.
I
can't help it. What happened?
Sean Johns hit me with a low blow, and
I didn't see no low blow.
you didn't. Yeah, you didn't have your glasses on though.
No, you tried to hit me with a low blow. That's all he said.
Neither one of us had our glasses on. So that's why the match was so bad.
No, Sean took his glasses. He told him specifically, "Do not take my glasses."
My
Sean's
glasses are part of my. It's part of my. Logo, you know what I'm saying? It's part of my trademark, and he's like, "Take my glasses off."
The
I'm
first
like, no,
time.
I got special glasses for this, Sean. I gotta take your glasses. I'm like,
I ain't cleaning up with DJ Easy. Shut up. You know we like you, DJ. We're just messing, brother.
Yeah, we have to have DJ Easy on the
Yeah,
podcast at some point.
we got to. But yeah, dude's here too. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
But yeah, the match was good. But Sean should not have taken his glasses.
Yeah,
Sean did that on purpose.
you didn't have your glasses on either.
Yeah, but I could see somewhat.
That's why you was missing me with those.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
But I did get you with the forearms. I did get you with the stomps.
You did pin me. You did, and I want to.
And I did get choked on the ropes.
You did pin me unfair and unsquare, but you got me.
That was fair and square. It was not unsquare and unfair.
Okay.
You can go back and watch the video. You see, you not get your tights pulled.
I'm not reliving that. I like the video we did before.
No, you only like that because you were whooping on me.
Did y'all see the
After
video?
my back was turned.
Wait,
whooped Johnny in the yard.
In the yard, yes.
Yeah.
In the rain too. At that.
Oh, that was great. Like we was going to do it, and then it started raining, and I was like, and then we sent like the cameraman home.
Yep. And then I saw around. I was like, fuck it.
And I was taking him home, and I said, we gotta go get blood. We're gonna go get some blood for the some fake blood. And we went up to Party City, and we got the fake blood, and we was like, Johnny, I just really want to do this in the rain. Like, Johnny's like, yeah, I want to. I was like, who can we get to be the cameraman? Because we didn't send the cameraman home.
Party man came.
And we grabbed Party Man. We called him, and I said, Party Man can do it. He's like, yeah, because he videos his own shit sometimes.
And we taught him in under 1 minute on how to film like us.
He did so good, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He did so good.
He filmed just like us.
And I directed him. I directed him on what to do, and I said, I want this, and I want that, I want this.
See what happens with Parliament Cam is actually a listener, and our other guys don't listen.
No, he will listen, man. He'll listen, and if he follows directions, he's a really good guy.
Yep.
Is it just you two guys that do y'all's podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I actually started the podcast back in 2017. I believe it was
That's a while. You've been doing this a
February.
while.
Yes, so it was just me for
Okay.
the longest time, and I would just simply do interviews.
Yeah.
I would get wrestlers. My first wrestler that I ever interviewed was Big Zoe from OVW.
Okay.
Nice.
So he was my first ever interview. We've had like 100 something. I don't know the exact number,
Uh-huh.
but 100 something total.
What was you doing, like every week, once a month?
I would actually every week. It would be every
Really?
week. Yes,
Yeah.
a recording. It was just audio only at that time.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yes.
What do
And
you use to record it?
So, starting out, it was just over. I had my iPad,
Uh-huh.
and I would have a Voice Record Pro.
They're so good, aren't they?
app.
iPads,
Yes.
iPads, iPhones. We film a lot of stuff with iPhones and iPads,
Yep.
and people are like, "You're just using your iPhone," but like, it's a freaking,
Trusty.
it's a
It's
fucking
right here.
$2,000 piece of equipment right
It's
there.
right,
you know?
here. It may not be a camera, but it works just as good as a camera.
It's got a computer and a beautiful camera and a computer right there, and you
Yeah.
I can go. Me and you and Johnny and we can film something right now. and
What's up, Leon
And
Watkins?
post it
Leon
3
Watkins.
seconds later,
Right.
and,
Exactly.
and get views on it like 4 seconds later. It's just
Right.
like, why not? So
Yeah.
you use an iPad?
I was using an iPad and a voice recording app,
Uh-huh.
and I would literally, I would do my recordings either Mondays, Tuesday nights, whatever worked for whoever the wrestler I was interviewing, and I would typically I'd have to record over phone,
Uh-huh.
and so basically I'd get the person's number, and I'd call them for the interview, and
Yeah.
when we did the interview, I'd hold the phone and have them on speakerphone, and it would pick up the audio and everything
Yeah.
clear and everything.
That's awesome.
There was some static.
Did you ever think
at
about
the
like just doing
beginning.
some like like how you can get on Facebook, you can add people to you can do like a Facebook Live and add somebody to that.
to the Facebook Live? Yes.
Yeah.
So originally I didn't think about that, and
Yeah.
then so we didn't start doing StreamYard till StreamYard was like just last year.
Yeah, it just came out, didn't it? Like it ain't been out for very long. I think
Yeah.
it's been out a few years maybe, but
Yes.
yeah. How do you like StreamYard?
I love StreamYard because you have the option of, if you want to do just an audio only podcast,
Uh-huh.
you can do just audio only, or if you want to do audio and video, you can just download your video that you just recorded, or if you do it live to Facebook with the free version, if you do it live to Facebook, then that just saves it to Facebook.
Yeah.
But if you have an app where you can go and download that video, and you could add it to YouTube that way.
Yeah.
You know.
You can
That's what I
download
do.
right off. You can download right off of Facebook too.
Really.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can download.
Can.
If you have a desktop, I can do it on my desktop. I don't record. We record to Facebook. We record to YouTube. And if I need the video or something, I go to YouTube and grab it off of there, and then I'll edit it and then do whatever I need to do with it. So that's how I do it.
Right.
Like I don't have my computer's really good, but like I don't want to slow it down with all the memory and stuff. And then I got some off computer hard drives to like I'll download it onto my computer, put it on the hard drive, delete it from the computer so it won't bog down the computer.
You got Spotify?
We got Spotify.
Yes.
We got
Do y'all use like Anchor or do y'all use?
We use Anchor. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
use
started
Anchor.
out as Anchor, and now it's like Spotify for podcasters. or
Yeah,
something.
we do Spotify too. I'll usually like upload it. I'll usually like upload maybe 3 or 4 episodes at a time. So we'll go a couple weeks and then I'll upload a few. Are y'all doing good on there?
We have. I want to say like 1,000 listens total, something like that.
Yeah.
Hell
Maybe a
yeah.
little bit more. So
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I just don't know how to market it. I just don't
Right.
because like on Facebook, if you market stuff from another platform, they don't like that.
yeah,
Like YouTube don't like it either. So it's like, where do you market? How do you market that stuff? How do you
course.
tell people about your spot? So I go on X and I'll be like marketing it on there. We've got we only got like 1,000 followers on X, but X is I can't even look at X
Yeah,
too
porn.
long.
Yeah.
The porn is just everywhere. And then I get on there and I'm looking at porn for hours, and I'm like, oh, I was trying to
Good
do
news, Andy. If you like something, then nobody can see
I
it
know
no more.
like
Marty Clay, you're welcome.
Marty Clay, one of the local wrestlers, who came in here and he was sitting down there and he's like, Johnny.
And you know why I
He's
did it?
He's a baby, he's a baby face, and he's like, why? What the hell are you looking at? X?
And you know why I would do it? The fuck with him, and he couldn't even tell.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
Like-
I think
like
I was
when
watching that episode.
You was watching that episode? Yeah. That was so funny.
I commented every time I was on X. I'd comment hot do video. He couldn't tell that I was fucking with him.
He gets him every time he sees him. He'll get, Johnny, what was you looking at this morning?
I'm like, I only liked it a week ago, a month ago, and he's like,
What was
there
you
you
looking
go.
at this? What was you looking at this morning, Johnny? That's some raunchy stuff that you was looking at.
And I'm like, I did it to get you, right? And he falls for it every time.
I go down some rabbit holes on X.
Yeah.
Some rabbit holes, some other hoes. Like just.
I've been seeing some trains getting ran.
Man,
You know
oh
what
my
I mean?
God! There's full blown 2-hour videos on that sumbitch. Like you can
Yeah.
watch a whole porno on that sumbitch.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get past them 3-4 minutes, but
Right.
but they're on there, man.
And so sometimes you actually see porn stars on there doing videos.
X is conspiracies and porn.
Porn and
Conspiracies and porn.
conspiracies.
Alex Jones.
Right.
Alex Jones.
Elon loves it.
Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, porn, and
And it gets some crazy dark times when you're at night and you're scrolling and you just keep on seeing the dark rabbit hole and it just keeps on pulling you because you're bored as hell and
my
you're just
God.
like, oh my God,
we are.
what's with all this porn?
Our show is on X. We do, guys. If you're out there watching porn on X, just mosey over.
Yeah.
When you get done watching the porn,
Yeah.
in between watching the game.
That's right. We promise we may not be doing porn, but we are just a little bit raunchy.
Yeah, like in between the gangbangs and the and the other stuff, we slip over and watch a little episode.
Yeah.
Of Nice Guy Andy podcast.
Yeah.
For a few minutes.
You might leave wanting to be watching us some more.
Oh my God! Sorry guys, we got.
Sorry, well, we got a little bit sidetracked. Cause X, I tell you that rabbit hole, man, it just keeps on dragging you.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think about
What kind of porn do you guys like?
So what do y'all think about WWE here lately?
I love where Triple H is taking the WWE. We talked about a little bit of NXT, and that sense of things. And let me just say, with the NXT and TNA thing, I love that the TNA and NXT are going to be working together. I love this because it can only make each promotion or each show. It can only make both of them better. It can only.
Do you think
enhance.
it's got any? You think y'all think it's got anything to do that they're going to both be on the same channel soon?
Yeah.
Or is that not happening? Or is that NWA is going to be on their channel?
No, NWA's on the
Okay,
CW.
so it ain't TNA. TNA's got their own channel.
Mhm.
And,
Yes.
I did see on X that
Access.
WWE and NWA did do some kind of collab together.
Really?
It's a picture, but I don't know if they're gonna team up together.
Well, I mean, them being on the same channel, they probably ought to.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I do really feel like that TKO is going to buy up a bunch of wrestling organizations. I mean, they have UFC, they have WWE. Why wouldn't they buy some of these other smaller companies? I mean, why wouldn't they?
That's right, because why settle for less when you can just get the best in quality?
Like we were talking before, AEW. I really want AEW and WWE to collab. I think that if Tony Khan really got to talk to Triple H, I think Triple H could help him figure out the problem with the AEW. I mean, because I want AEW to thrive. I mean,
Me
everybody
too.
does.
We all do.
I think everybody wants an alternative where
I wish
they
they'd send us some money though.
where they can, watch the other wrestling. Like I said, I thought that when Edge came over, Adam Copeland, and then Jade went over there.
And we saw what happened with Adam Copeland, didn't we? We saw him at one night. He's big. It's a great exciting ever to happen. And then the next week, he's just another guy there at AEW.
It's right.
Yeah.
Like when they bring people in and it's a big deal, and then it's like they fizzle out. They bring in Edge, fizzled out.
And
They
Jay
brought-
White, he got his push completely destroyed.
Jay White, they brought Jay White in and didn't do nothing with him.
What about Paige? Saraya?
Yeah,
Yeah,
They-
they brought her in,
Brought
didn't
her
do
in.
shit with her.
she came in. She was doing okay for a couple months, and then dropped like a sack of potatoes. Like I like Tony Khan, but I feel like when he hires him, because he's got this nostalgia trip. So when he gets them, he's enjoying it for a moment, and then he just gets bored.
I almost feel like he's over there subconsciously building stars to send over to WWE.
Because he was a WWE fan first.
Because they built Jade and just like let her go. Like, why did y'all not put the AEW Women's Championship on that woman?
Or build the Rampage show around her.
Oh man, I always thought that. I thought Rampage should be her show. Rampage should have been the female show anyway.
Yeah.
They listened to us as well. Like, he was talking about mixed junior tag teams. Well, back 2022, what happened? We got Sammy Guevara and Tay holding, Tay holding the mixed junior tag team titles.
It's Jade was so big on that show. Like that was her show. Like they never would put her on the other show, and they let her wrestle on that show. But I was like, why don't they just have like mainly women, like they do the other show, Dynamite?
Exactly.
They have all these men wrestling, and then they'll have one woman match.
Yeah.
So why didn't they just have all women's match and then maybe one male's match?
Yeah.
On Rampage. I mean, why not?
True.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very true.
And think about this: they had Chris Statlander be the one to end her streak.
Right.
They could have built
Yeah.
someone up.
They should have had one of their stars taken off of her.
Exactly.
They should have had Britt Baker or I think what's her name? The other what's her name?
There's Anna Jay, Tay Mello.
The one that Britt Baker had the big wrestle match with.
Serena D.
The Mexican
Yeah.
chick,
Thunder Rosa.
Yeah.
Thunder Rosa. She
Yeah.
was hurt at that time, I think.
And also, they were trying to say that she sandbags.
They could have pushed somebody with that.
Yeah.
They took Chris Statlander and took the belt off of her, and then didn't really push her.
And I wasn't feeling it when she beat Jay Cargill. I was like, yeah, it's okay for now, but next week it's just the same old story. She's just going to have the title and not mean much.
Well, they bring
and
people.
it was proved.
They bring people in. They bring Okada in.
Yeah.
Put a mid-card title on him.
I will say I do like his comedy act of saying bitch all the time.
They put the belts. Don't the Young Bucks have belts right now? They put the
Yep,
Young
they
Bucks.
got the tag team
They put the
titles.
belts on the Young Bucks. Why? You put
Yeah, that was stupid.
you put the TNA Championship on Edge when Christian was definitely pushing that belt sky
Yeah.
high.
And the fact that they had him lose it twice to Edge. The first time he used the cash in to get it back.
Ospreay has that freaking Intercontinental Championship,
Yep, international.
International Championship. Like, well, what reason?
Yeah.
That to make him look better? Like he's the best in the world. Why would they even make him
And-
look better?
Talking about this, he conducted an interview where he was saying he wants to push the young talent. Well, when has he lost a match to a young talent? He
True.
And then he decided to jump off a cage.
Oh,
He didn't even want to put over Malachi Black.
yeah. Like bring him in, take the belt off of Christian. He's supposed to come over and let's go work with Uncle. What's his name? What did he call him? Uncle Chris or something?
Uncle
Uncle
Christian.
Jay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uncle
Yeah.
Jay.
Uncle Jay. Let's go work with Uncle Jay, and then he comes over and takes Uncle Jay's belt.
And he buried Ricky Starks.
Buried Ricky Starks.
I'm sorry. I'm sad to say, but that night when the Ricky Starks and was having that back and forth, and he got all mad just because Ricky Starks said, "Bug-eyed," and he goes, "Yeah, keep on talking, kid. You a rip-off rock. That's what you are." That buried Ricky Starks because where's Ricky Starks been?
Wow.
After that interaction, he lost the tag team titles with Big Bill, and now Big Bill's been taken from Ricky Starks.
Yep.
And where's he at? He's with Chris Jericho, the sponge-sucking, soul-sucking, non-Y2J version of Chris Jericho that basically takes any momentum that you have if you're over and it just gets killed immediately. And he's doing internet thing because I saw him say, "That don't work for me, brother," with a smile. And I'm like, he killed the fucking meme. Because we all love that Hulk Hogan saying where we poke fun at Hulk Hogan saying, "That don't work for me, brother," and this guy comes and he kills it.
So I've came to the point where AEW is just a tax write-off for the Jaguars. Tony only runs the wrestling company because he loves wrestling. He loves to hug wrestlers.
He's a mark.
He's a mark, yeah.
Yep.
Let's say, yeah.
He's a Mizark.
He loves to hug wrestlers. Like, he will hug you. If you're a wrestler, he's going to hug the shit out of you.
And like CM Punk said, he's not a boss. He just wants to be your best friend. He don't know what to say.
I feel like another talent. Malachi Black is so wasted.
Yeah, he is.
Brody King.
Brody King's a world champion.
Wasted.
Buddy Matthews.
Matthews wasted.
So many.
They didn't do shit
so
with
many.
Miro.
Nope.
Like all because CJ Perry and him's having trouble. They pushed Miro out of the scene, so now Miro's not there, not being pushed. No match, no nothing, no pay-per-view.
So
he's just gone.
And they built, Jack Perry. They built him up
And put him with the fucking elite.
Make him this huge anti-hero, and then bring him in and put him as he's nothing but a valet for fucking the Young Bucks.
The whole point of the scapegoat should have been that he comes back and he's against the entirety of AEW's authority against Tony Khan and against the elite.
Scapegoat should be somebody that doesn't have any friends.
I agree.
Exactly.
No friends at all. He should be trying to battle everybody. He should be the heel's heel. He should be he should be battling all the faces, all the heels. Like, he should just be like, nobody likes me. I don't want to be with nobody. I'm gonna.
Oh, here.
You got a good point.
Here's another good point. Nick Khan's just chimed in. He said, "Mark Briscoe, so much terrible booking." That's right, because Mark Briscoe, he's won the Ring of Honor World Title. Why ain't he being booked stronger than what he has been?
Well, they make Mark Briscoe look like a fucking crackhead, like a country bumpkin crackhead.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
he's so goofy. Like, man, those guys are fucking badass.
Yeah.
And they turned him into a fucking goof.
Yeah.
Like, they turned him into a fucking goofy wrestler.
Yeah, he needs to be treated
He should have came in
like
there.
the Briscoes were.
He should have came in there and he should have that fucking Intercontinental Champion or whatever the fuck that is. He should have that. Like, the guys that have those belts right now shouldn't have those belts.
Yeah.
The guys that have the belts right now don't need them. The Young Bucks don't need those belts.
Exactly. Why the
Okada
fuck
don't
did
need
they
a
have to
fucking
take it?
belt. Like, Ospreay don't need the damn belt.
Oh, Nick Khan's got a point. All Ring of Honor champions job on the AEW shows. That's right.
True.
That's true.
And Ring of Honors, I always said before CM Punk left that when he had that problem with everybody, I would have been like Tony Khan. I would have been like, CM Punk, ROH is yours.
That's right.
Go run it. Go do whatever you want to run. Phil Brooks wants to run he wants to run a promotion.
That's
so
why he's
bad.
going to have NXT.
He'll have NXT at some point, but he wants to run it so bad. He wants to run he could have had. Give him Ring of Honor.
Last week,
He would actually run it good.
Could you imagine Phil Brooks running Ring of Honor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Last week he posted a photo where he said, "Look how they massacred my boy in this picture with Ring of Honor," and beside the Godfather, Vito saying that, and it tells you right there. He deleted the story. It shows that he's saying Tony Khan didn't have massacred his boy Ring of Honor.
So, with Edge coming in and not being able to be Edge, Adam Copeland, there's another question I want to ask. If CM Punk would have been able to, if CM Punk would have came to AEW's and he would have been Phil Brooks, would he have got over as good?
Absolutely
No.
not.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't
It
think
would've
so.
I think
Definitely
he wouldn't
killed.
have that same value as a professional wrestler
Yeah.
Yeah.
as being known as CM Punk and not Phil Brooks.
Imagine him coming to WWE and being Phil Brooks instead of CM Punk. He would have been dead on the
It
right.
wouldn't have been the same. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be the same.
Exactly, and that's why when Adam Copeland stepped through that curtain at AEW and he became just the Ray R superstar, Adam Copeland,
He should
you
have.
no longer feel the magic.
He should have. I think I think Triple H gave him the ring, Rated R Superstar, for him to be like, he should have leaned into that more.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been like, Rated R Superstar, the Rated R Superstar, the Rated R. They should say that. I don't think they even say that much, do they? They don't even use that
they
even
don't.
much. Like, that was what he was over. And I got a whole freaking thing about AEW hiring WWE guys. They should not at all hire any WWE guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you was a main eventer in WWE, I don't want you.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
okay,
right.
there's certain people like Malachi Black, Brody Lee, Brody Lee, people that wasn't getting pushed over there, bring them over. They're mid-card guys, make them into main event guys. You could do that. But, like, have somebody like Edge come in? No, I don't want that. Like, I wouldn't want Becky Lynch to come over to AEW.
No.
I wouldn't want Randy Orton to come over to AEW. Like, what are you trying to be, WWE?
Yeah,
I want
that's 'cause Tony
AEW
Khan's a mark.
I want AEW to be AEW.
Yeah.
John Gilbert said, Andy is a man, F Superfly.
Exactly.
But guess what? John, you admitted that you're a bully, so your word has no saying here.
This is Sean Gilbert.
And of course you are a bully because you proved it with that sweaty incident.
John Gilbert is one of the awesomest wrestlers, local wrestlers there was.
He's in Texas.
He's in Texas now. He moved to Texas. He's wrestling down there.
You know
He's
why Young
still-
Rock got canceled though?
Why's that?
Because his ass was seen. Ass
Who?
extra. But Young Rock was canceled because John Gilbert's ass was
Oh,
seen.
he was
as
on
extra.
there. Yeah,
Whoa.
he was on there for, like, he was in a cameo on there. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a good show. I like that.
Yeah,
Y'all watch
it
that?
was.
Young Rock. You never watched it?
No.
I
It's-
watched bits and pieces.
It's still.
of it.
I think it's still on Peacock or something.
I
Y'all should go
think
back and
so.
watch it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. I liked it. I thought it was good.
And look, Leon Lexington with a point. Edge in AEW is just lame to me. That's right, because he's not Edge. He's some guy named Adam Copeland.
It's
He's
not
trying
the
to,
same.
and he's trying to ride his coattails from WWE days. And it's just not hitting right because he can't be the Rated R Superstar like he's wanting to claim.
Should have named
Because he
himself
just feels lame.
anything that sound like Edge, like Fedge or Ridge or Kedge. It's just Kedge. Like, it would have been like, it would have got over even more. Like, it would have got over better than Adam Copeland,
Yeah. Yeah.
or just been Adam.
Like, you would think, okay, look at AEW's crowds. You would think that with the amount of former WWE guys that they're bringing over there,
Uh-huh.
that their crowds would be bigger than what they are.
Well, I've been to AEW here in Lexington. I've been to AEW a couple times here in Lexington. Right? We went somewhere else, and I've been to
Yeah.
Chicago a few times and watched. Like, I've been to a few of their pay-per-views. They feel that the pay-per-views are fucking lit. Like, when I go to a live show, their live shows are good. So why people ain't showing up to them, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they have really good live shows. They really do, and they have really good wrestling. Like, watching it on TV, maybe with the commentary and stuff, maybe throw you off. But if y'all guys aren't going to AEW like in person, y'all should go to that because it's good. Have you been?
I have not. I didn't have money when
Yeah.
they came last.
Y'all should
couple
go.
times, but
If y'all get a
Jay Vaughn,
chance,
you can't say
so,
that.
yeah.
if they come to Louisville, you should get a chance.
Oh, yeah.
If they come to Lexington, y'all should drive down here and watch it because
Definitely.
going to the show is awesome. It really is. It's good. Like, they'll bring in local guys. Like, if they're in Louisville, they'll bring in all the OVW guys and they'll give them matches.
Yes.
Like,
That's right.
They do that. Like, like the TV product is kind of lame a little bit, but like their live shows are awesome. And when they come to your town, they'll use your local talent.
They will.
They'll put your local talent over. They'll give them matches
what I
and they'll
don't
let them
get-
win.
Yeah.
What I
You know?
don't get is why ain't they signed Hollywood Hey Jay?
Yes.
Why ain't they signed a lot of the OVW talent that they've had there? It's like they let them sit and the momentum dies down so that if they do ever come to the AEW, nobody's going to give a damn because that star's not been there. And it's been over 2-3 years that they keep on bringing Hollywood in and they still ain't signed her. Come on, she's a star wherever she goes.
Yeah, she's beautiful too. She's awesome.
Yes, she is.
She's cool and she knows how to work a crowd. Like,
That's
she's
right.
awesome.
And she
You've
knows
seen her
what
in
to do on
live. If
fly.
y'all,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
OVW, you see her live up there. We've seen her at some like little indie shows too, and she's even better there
Yes.
because like she gets to be her Hollywood persona. Like,
Yep.
right now, I don't think OVW is using her as good as they.
Not like they were when she first came into WWE.
No, they don't use her as good as they should
Yeah.
be using her.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Maria, mom, sitting right there.
Yes.
We had Maximo sitting right here. Those guys are awesome. Maximo is he's a star.
He told one of the best stories.
He's told one of the best stories there was on this podcast, and I don't want to tell it again because he'll be back and he'll tell it again. We'll get him to tell it again. But like, if you go back and watch the Amazing Maria and Maximo episode, guys, y'all can hear him tell that little story
yep,
about
it's
Kevin.
right. It's right at the end.
Kevin Nash and his dad. Like, it's an awesome story.
Like, it's one of the best stories that we've ever heard on here.
I really like that guy. He's really cool.
And he's wrestling even higher this
yeah.
Sunday.
He was really good friends with Brody Lee.
Maximo was.
Yeah.
Yep.
He trained with Brody Lee, right? Am I right with that?
Yep,
Trained
he
with Brody
did.
Lee. Yeah.
And they knew each other way
best,
before
best
he
of
said.
friends. Best of friends. Before Brody Lee even went to WWE, they were really good friends.
OVW is better than WWE is what Javon Clare said. I
Oh
just saw
man,
that.
I think myself. Yeah, I think as far as like going to shows, the indie shows are always best.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like-
you can interact.
You get to interact with them. You get to actually talk to the stars will be there. They'll talk to you. You guys don't get to go to very many indie shows, do you?
I used to quite a lot. I've been without a job the last year or so. So now I got a job. I'm looking to get some more shows now.
Dude, y'all are right there
I've been
in
to
Louisville.
UCW.
We are going to the
Go
one.
over to Jeffersonville.
That's
Go.
where we're going
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh,
to the
Grindhouse
arena.
is, dude.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
gonna fucking love Grindhouse.
Yeah.
Grindhouse. There's XCW, XCF that goes over there. That's a
That's Shane Mercer.
Shane Mercer. Shane Mercer is
He's a beast.
he's
Yeah.
incredible. Y'all
Yeah.
seen him in
I
OVW.
see him.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He's incredible. That move that he does, he picks
The
people up.
moonsault battery.
Oh man, that is incredible. That dude is
We saw
fucking
him.
amazing.
We saw him hit that on Congo Kong. And
Yeah.
Congo Kong is a
Congo
giant.
Kong, yeah.
He's a big
Congo
dude.
Kong's awesome.
Yeah, he did that on Congo Kong.
You've had him
Yeah.
on the podcast,
He's-
actually.
Actually,
Yep.
Shane and Congo Kong's been on the podcast.
Really
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Those guys are incredible.
We gotta get them on here soon.
They're great.
Yeah, we got a lot of local guys on here because like those guys, like they think that Louisville is like 100 miles away or something.
Right.
And it's only an hour.
Yeah, it's only a little bit, you know.
And another show I'm wanting to go to when they get their shows going again is New South.
Hell yeah.
That's another show I'm wanting to go. get out
Try
to.
to go down to Appalachian Mountain Wrestling. Those guys have great show. They have AJ Kazanza down there and his KC Kazanza. Kazana, is that I'm saying it right?
Yep,
Kazana.
it's Kazana.
Yeah.
They NWA guys, like awesome.
Hey, actually, I was wearing one of the shirts they gave me today.
Marty Clay's always
Country
down
Ken.
there.
Yes.
Stan Sierra's their champion, incredible wrestler. They have Zodiac down there a lot. Kyle Maggard's great. Like Mega Destroyer, they got a guy named Mega Destroyer that has a mask.
Yep.
Great. Eric Porter. They have all
Tyler
kinds.
Lee Deputy.
Tyler D. Deputy.
Tyler Lee,
They
yeah.
they have
Yeah, I
all
know.
kinds of great.
Chase Emery as well.
And they like us.
And Chris
they,
Michaels.
They're awesome.
Yes, they
Oh,
are.
Chris Michaels too. Yeah.
They've had all kinds of good names.
UCW
over
down UCW down south there, USWF, TCW, TCW. There, those guys, Triple Crown Wrestling.
Terry England is the longest reigning promoter of Kentucky.
I went to their big Caverna show.
Oh yeah, you was
went-
down there.
I went not this year. I went to the one a few years back where they had Hornswoggle was there.
Okay.
I think I went to another one, but I can't remember exactly who was on that show. But I know I went to the one where Hornswoggle was there. That was probably back in 2017, 2016, something like that.
That's awesome, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Terry's great.
Yes.
Terry
We've been
is
to two
awesome.
now.
Johnny talks to Terry just about every other day.
Yep.
Yeah, they're buddies.
We are buddies.
Yeah, he's awesome. And he's the one who gave us our match.
And
Yep.
then WWA. Have y'all heard of them?
WWA.
Yep.
Yeah, World
that's
Wrestling
Nick,
Alliance.
That's Nick Depp's
Yes.
former promotion that he's wrestling
Yeah.
for.
They're that's another. I've been to a lot of their shows too.
Really?
Yeah. Well, about a
Are
handful.
they closer
so.
to close to Louisville?
So they're actually in Owensboro.
Owensboro. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I saw them in Owensboro. I think I've seen them. They've also ran shows in let's see, Owensboro. They ran shows in Bowling Green, I believe.
So if you guys get down here, EWA,
Yep.
Yes.
is in Richmond. That's Adrian's.
Adrian Alexander.
That's
Oh.
coming up soon too.
Yeah.
In July.
Adrian Alexander is like just a fucking awesome person. He really is. Like I can't say so much about that guy. He's just an incredible guy. A great wrestler. One of the best sellers there is.
Sure is.
Like if somebody gives him a clothesline or something, dude, it looks like he's got his head ripped off. Like he is such a good wrestler. They had an actual match in the hallway here.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw
Y'all
that.
seen that?
Yep.
Him
That
and
was
him and
awesome.
Ali, man, they had a hell of a little battle.
They
and,
sure did.
Adrian's a great guy. He really is.
Yep, he suplexed the shit out.
Yeah.
What about Ben Sheeran?
Oh,
Oh, we love Ben. We've had him on here.
Ben is so funny, dude. He's so like he's a great manager in this business. Like he is. He's gonna go down as being one of the best, I think.
Definitely.
Sure he is. He's even got Scott Diamond's scarf around his neck.
Yeah, Scott Diamond's incredible. Y'all met him?
Scott Diamond's a good friend. Yes.
Yeah, Scott Diamond's incredible.
Scott is the man.
He
Right.
actually the show that y'all had your match on, dedicated the match between Joe Monroe and Austin
Uh-huh.
to me, Dew Browning, and then I believe one other person.
Yeah, Scott's
Yeah,
incredible,
he
and
is.
Austin's going to be a great talent in this business.
Yes.
He
And
is
guys, y'all should definitely listen to Scott's advice.
like that boy. Like I met him, he was like what 15 or something.
Yep, 15.
He was down there at Kentucky Elite Wrestling Alliance. Was it Kentucky Elite Wrestling Alliance?
Yeah, it was a Kentucky Elite Pro Wrestling.
Kentucky Elite Pro Wrestling. He was down there like ring announcing for him.
And we liked it.
Incredible. I thought he was like 25 or something.
Wow.
He
We
was down
did-
there and coming like one of the best you've fucking heard, dude. One of the best you've heard.
And
Like I don't
because-
know why somebody hasn't hired him to do it. Like
And because of that, it led to us being the first podcast to have father and son together.
he's great on the mic. Like
Yeah.
as far as like even announcing people, like to come to the
Just don't
got
book
the
him. And
voice
not,
for it.
just don't book him and not have a mic for him, because he'll
Oh,
spend
yeah.
he'll
Man,
spend
he was
months
he
making
was-
sure you.
I had Bobby Blade on, and Scott Diamond, and me and Johnny were here, and then Sean. We didn't have no seat for him,
Yep.
so I didn't give him a mic because I thought it
And
was
he sat
Bobby.
right over there.
It was Bobby Blade and Scott Diamond talking, and they talked for 4 hours. That was the longest podcast we had.
4 hours and 13 minutes.
4 hours
wow.
and 13 minutes. And he was mad at me forever not
Yeah,
giving
he's
him
like,
Come to your mic.
not having a mic for your biggest star.
Yeah.
There, Andy. And Andy's like,
I think he's got over it because
Yeah.
him and Joe Monroe came into the studio and had a fight and got 1 million views on our podcast.
Oh wow.
yep.
Yeah, they had a little.
But we know what happened.
But Facebook took it down. They thought
Yep.
they thought it was a real fight. Facebook
Wow.
did.
Well, that says a lot about Austin.
Yeah. So Austin was
Joe.
standing here. Joe grabs him up and then
Scott Diamond
Scott
gets up.
Diamond
He's like,
takes his.
takes his jacket off, folds it neatly, puts it off to the side, and then wham, right into the back of Joe.
Yeah, and then they took it out in the hallway and beat the hell out of Joe.
I think I actually watched that episode too.
Yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah, we've
That was
had.
a fire moment because Frank the Tank just sit right where you were. He's
Yes.
like, oh, okay, this is the Frank the Tank guy, or with who are you? Yeah,
Oh. we
Frankie
gotta have
Whoa.
Frankie. Frank's close now.
Yep,
We
we
gotta
gotta
have-
have him
We
in.
gotta have him back in.
That's right, because it was a lot of fun that night because Frank Tank showed his personality after they started fighting inside the hallway because he took over the podcast.
Yeah, that show y'all were actually promoting the New South Wrestling show that that Frank the Tank was going to be on the next day.
Yep.
Oh, New South is incredible. I hope they
Yes.
come back and do some stuff. I don't know what's up with them.
I
I
used-
think Tony took off for a while. But
I
yeah,
used
they,
to go to
Lawrenceburg.
the Lawrenceburg for a while, right there where the same building New South is in. Wildcat Championship
Yep.
Wrestling.
Hell yeah,
Yep,
the
exactly.
CCW.
So you were saying that you did the podcast for a while by yourself. Now, how'd you get involved?
So I've met Ryan through OVW back in like 2004,
Okay. Oh, so y'all know each other for
and
a while.
and then he had the podcast going. We talked about it a few times, and then we had another guy we met who is currently training at OVW, that was going to be his co-host. So I was going to be like a fill-in
Who is it?
co-host.
So he's not. Well, I don't think he's still training.
Yeah.
But his name is Chance Krapinski.
Okay.
But I was going to be in like a fill-in co-host, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And then Chance couldn't do it or something, and he had some personal issues going on, so I stepped in and
Yeah.
pretty much co-host and do all like the website and all of that. So
Yeah.
Now I gotta know,
That's it.
how'd you get your name?
So back in, I think it was 2015, I was training over at Grindhouse with Christian Skyfire.
Yep,
I don't know if you guys know him or not.
Nuh-uh.
I've
And,
heard of them.
I trained there a few times, and I got out of it because I had personal things going on. And then here, 2-3 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Eric Draven, who runs Supreme Wrestling in Madison, Indiana.
Yes.
And I'm more than likely here in a couple months or maybe beginning of next year, I'm going to go over there and start training
Okay, cool.
out in Madison. And my brother recently passed away in 2021,
Well, that sucks, man.
so I'm going to use his name for my ring name.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking, me and him was talking, I was like, how's the 502A sound? It's like something you haven't heard, and not really anybody has like 502 as their like
Is that going to be your wrestling ring name or just your podcast name?
both.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It just came about, like I was just talking to him and just came up with it in like a matter of 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I
Heck
was
yeah.
like,
That's usually how it happens. Johnny started out as a super fan, Johnny
Yep.
Lee, and he came on the show, and he was Sean John's, my other co-host, my main co-host. Sean Johns was, Johnny was like our super fan. Like he was in the chat chatting.
That's
We like,
right.
Johnny said, Johnny said, and then Sean was like, Johnny wants to come on the show, and I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know about having fans on the show. You know, at that point, I was like, I don't know what. Like we just started doing interviews and stuff, and we didn't have even as much stuff on the walls as we did out here.
Yep, we didn't have that much.
And Johnny was like, Sean was like, I really want him to come on, man. Will you do this for him? And I was like, sure, bring him on, man. Bring him on. And he sat over and then he just kept asking me, what can I do? What can I do? How can I help? How can I help? How can I help? And I was like, you really want to help? And he's like, yeah, I want to help. I want to do everything I can. And I was like, okay, so now he does everything. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it because that's what like I'm like I want to be a part of the wrestling business in itself.
Yeah.
I've ring announced on a couple shows here and there. Actually, IWA Mid South, I ring announced on one of their shows before.
we went to one in Salem, Indiana.
There was one in Salem. I forget the name.
I'm telling you about this business. If you work for free, you can work.
Yeah.
Like if you go in there and you ask them, hey, I need here, and they're like, we can't pay you, guy, and you're like, I'm just doing it for the love of it.
Doing it for the love of it.
They will they will find a place for you. They may say, hey, you got to start putting up the ring or setting up these chairs for us, and then you got to just hang in there and wait for your time because
Yep.
these guys, they need help.
Yeah.
Like all these promoters need help. They don't, and volunteer help is great, guys. If you guys are out there in the world and y'all want to be involved in wrestling, go out to your local promotion and just ask to help. Don't be their main fan and you want to help, but like if you're a fan of wrestling and you want to help them set up the ring, help them, set up the chairs and this and
That's
that.
right.
They'll
That's paying your dues.
like that one show
become
in
a
Salem
security
we went
guard or what anything.
to. The show we went to in Salem where he ring announced. After the show, we helped put up chairs, tear down the ring.
We've done that several times actually,
Yeah, we put up so many rings at this point.
and helped set up chairs too.
Hey, me and Johnny don't really set up too many rings anymore, but they invite us to a lot of the shows.
Yep, because we get the best.
And it's just
footage.
like, if the money's there, that nice. But
Yeah.
for the love of it, that's what I want.
The
to be
way
a part of
the
it.
way you, as a podcaster, is going to make money in this business is to make money with your podcast.
Right.
Go get involved with the wrestlers. Be there. Do whatever they want you to do. Bring your equipment. Ask them if they want you to do a live or whatever, and they'll love you, man. They got these guys. Some of the best people you'll ever meet are these promoters in these wrestling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Kyle Maggard, man, I can't talk enough about Kyle Maggard. He goes to these high schools and these elementary schools, and he puts on shows in these schools. And he'll donate a lot of the money, the proceeds, to the schools. You know,
That's a good man.
he's a good person. You know, guys, if y'all are Appalachian Mountain Wrestling, he's donating a lot of his money to charity. Any money a lot of his money he's making off these shows, he's donating it back to the sports stuff.
That's right.
The sports teams that he's making in these gyms. He's giving them money. He's helping with the uniforms and stuff. I mean, you know, he might
He's
be
a good man.
good person.
And just go check out his shows, because also we got good men like Anthony Presley.
Anthony's one of the
man
coolest people you'd ever meet.
He's the reason why that right there was being defended at his company.
Well, we just had those belts, you know. I was, because I'm kind of marking this business too, you know. I wanted a belt, you know. I bought the belts for
We're
just.
all marks.
I bought the belts to promote the podcast, take them to the shows, and act like we're not champions, but you know we carry some belts, just promotional things. And Anthony was sitting there, and he was like, "That's a nice belt. It's a nice belt, made good. Yeah, this is a cool belt. Let's have a match for this belt." Like he was in here like me
Battle
twice,
Royal, 8-man.
and he's like, I was like, cool, yeah, man, that'd be great. And then like the next show he came on, was like, hey, next show we're having a battle royal for that belt, and I was like, oh man, that's awesome.
And that's where I debuted the SuperFly Johnny Lee look.
Yeah, SuperFly Johnny Lee came out of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you became SuperFly Johnny Lee at that show, and Zodiac became our champion there. He was a
champion.
He defended the belt. That belt right there, he defended
27 times.
27
He only
times.
lost it one time.
at the fair shows and
Adrian.
stuff like that. He lost it to Adrian. Adrian
Held it for a while.
kept it for a long time.
Lost it to Matt Treya, but then won it back.
Beat Matt Treya for it back, and then Icon Lee finally beat.
Icon Lee first attacked him, stole the belt, paraded around.
I wouldn't
Finally,
say
they had
stole
their
the
match.
belt.
He did steal steal the belt. And
He claimed the belts.
He attacked him from behind.
He claimed the belts.
Proclaimed it, and then
you know
at
how
the next
Icon
show-
claims stuff.
he won the belt. And then
he actually is the champion now.
Then somehow Adrian, under a fluke, got the belt back,
Well-
making him 3-time Nice Game Podcast champion.
Yeah,
Until the next night, where Icon Lee showed him that was a fluke win and got the belt back.
yeah. And now we have this women's belt that we don't have any a champion for. We're hoping to
Not
have
yet.
a female champion at some point.
I mean, it's hard. It's a tough decision 'cause we got so many great women's wrestlers right now.
So let's get
in
back
the
on
scene.
how you got back. You got into the podcast. You met him in 2004. He needed to host. You was filling in. And how did you become the new the host, the co-host?
So, Chance, like I said, he was having a lot of personal issues going on, and
You get a new cord for
I
that.
did one episode with him, and it just kicked off from there.
Yeah.
And I've been with him ever since, every episode. And when we do the lives, we're together. When he does the spotlight episodes, they're by himself. And then we do our review shows on Fridays. We review Raw, NXT, OVW, and we debut it every Saturday. So
Okay,
Ain't
so
bad,
y'all
dog.
y'all actually do a show every Saturday.
Yeah, we record it on Friday nights and comes
every
out
Friday
on
night, comes out
Saturdays.
Saturday
Hell
mornings.
yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. That's consistency right there.
Hell yeah, you got to be consistent in this business. You got to. You
And I
got.
would suggest to also do
'Cause
some shorts.
They'll forget
reels.
about you. They'll forget about you.
They will.
And our spotlights, what those spotlights are, is basically our interviews.
When y'all were out, man, grab some of the. When you were out at these shows, grab one of the wrestlers, come over and talk to him for about 10 seconds.
We're actually tomorrow.
Put it up as a reel.
Yeah, we're actually tomorrow going to do some podcasting over at Grindhouse.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
We've talked to Tony.
And
Tony,
Over there.
Too Tough Tony.
Yep.
Tough Tony. Yep.
and
Yeah.
do some skits with the wrestlers.
Hey, tell him you know us. They say we know the Nice Guy podcast. They were down here at Paul. Was it? We was down
It was
there
at Grindhouse and
Grindhouse.
Paul
That the Rise.
That's
First
right.
first ever cage
We
match.
saw Ethan Hire win the Ring Generals Championship, and we saw Berto finally win his chance to be Grindhouse Pro Wrestling Champion in a steel cage.
Berto's a champ right now at the
Yes.
Grindhouse.
Man, I remember when Berto first started in OVW
the Mexicutioner.
Yeah.
Yes.
before he had his double hip replacement and all that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this gimmick here that he has, it's been
It's him. It's
beneath.
Really?
It's
yeah,
golden.
It's him. That's his personality, man. He's just,
And that hippo is so great
I love
too.
Hippo. I love Hippo.
He's
We got a hippo of our own thanks to him right there where my belt is.
he's a big cuddly guy, man. He's just an awesome person.
He sure is. And he recently had surgery too. So our shout outs to him.
Yes.
So, who's your favorite person that you've interviewed? Who's the most famous person you've interviewed?
That's a good question. And a tough one too. Tough one to answer.
Very tough.
I have a lot of WWE. Well, not a lot, but I have quite a few WWE wrestlers or former WWE wrestlers that I've interviewed. I could say Mike Knox was a really great one that I enjoyed to interview. Trying to think. I don't know if you remember Eric Escobar. He was
I remember
with
him.
Vicky Guerrero on SmackDown back in like 2009, 2010.
Yep. I remember that man.
Eric Escobar, he was another good one. Let's see. Trying to think of who else. Really, Mike Knox was probably one of my most favorites.
Yeah.
As far
believe
as
it.
former WWE guys. I've had the chance to interview a former TNA wrestler, Chase Stevens, the natural Chase Stevens.
Hell yeah.
I've had, different. I've had Congo Kong on. I've had, let's see, from OVW, Josh Ashcraft was a fun one. He was our first ever Facebook Live.
And our 100th episode.
And our 100th episode.
Hell
And
yeah.
that was
We've
our
had
first
so many
live.
episodes. I don't even know how many we're at.
I know that we had Enzo Amore on our show.
Yes.
We had him in studio.
And he rapped a little bit of a freestyle for us.
That
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah. We had
That
him
was
in here.
awesome. Well, I wish that we could had him again, but his schedule was busy.
Yeah.
But it
That's
was a
the
good
most
one,
famous
though.
guy we've had on here. We've had all the local guys on here. Marty Clay, Stan Sierra's been in here a couple times.
We still trying to work on having Adam Swayze in them.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of local guys to get.
There's a lot of local guys we still haven't got, but like Marty
guys
Clay,
from, other
Adrian Alexander's
states.
been in here. Like all those guys have been in here. They're just great people.
And Bobby Blade, shout out to him. He just lost his dad. We've had him in here. We're going to be having them when we're able to get them. We're going to have the Breakfast Club sitting right where you guys are and just shooting the shit, getting everyone excited, telling their stories.
We've had Adrian's former partner, Oliver Gunner. actually,
yeah.
That's one guy that we wish that we could have
Yeah,
got.
we couldn't
but
get him to come up.
He ended up retiring just a couple months. I mean, he let me know before he was going to retire that, look, my neck is shot, and in a couple months he was going to retire. I was like, I'll keep it secret. And I kept it secret all the way until the day that he did have to retire. He's a good man, though.
Definitely.
I mean, we got to be up where he's talking smack, and I just tell him, "You wish that you were like me." And he taps his table. He's like, yeah, just not the shirt though, because the shirt was Marty Clay, and he was hating Marty Clay at the time. That was a good interaction with him.
Who's this? Jivo? How you spell?
Javon, Claire.
That dude don't like anybody.
Nope, because he's even hating on MJF.
He said OVW is better than WWE.
Then he said MJF is just
Butter.
just another guy. He also said, "Fuck me, Wyatt," but what he don't understand is that the Wyatt 6 is a tribute to
That dude
Bray
needs
Wyatt.
that dude needs a hug. Like you need to hug
Right.
somebody, guy. Like
Yep.
stop hating everybody. He
Yeah,
loves
because-
MLW, but
But he's hating on.
he hates everybody else.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if he loves MLW, he doesn't like the fact that Jacob Fatu is now in.
That is
Yep.
incredible, ain't it?
And
Yeah.
look, we also got Zillow coming to the WWE
Let's
because
talk
he
about
said
a
that
little
he is.
WWE. What are you thinking?
I'm loving what's going on. I'm loving the bloodline. What's going on with them? I want Roman back, but I'm loving what's going on with the bloodline.
Me
So Solo said Roman Reigns ain't coming back.
Came back. Yeah.
But does that mean Joseph? What is this?
Joseph.
Hanoi?
No, it's I think that his name was. Starts with an L. I'm trying to hold up.
No, it don't start with the L. It starts with the A.
Something like that.
Anawai, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Is Joseph Anawai coming?
If it does,
Like, is he changing his name?
Changing his name.
but could that
Like-
kill? But could that kill his?
No, I don't think
his
so,
mystique?
man. I think that they want. I think he's going to come back, and he's not going to be Roman Reigns anymore. He's going to be more of a Samoan.
But so here's what I'm thinking. Here's what my thought process is.
Liete
So-
Joseph Hanoi. That's his name.
I feel like with the bloodline, what's going to happen is I feel like The Rock is behind what we're currently seeing play out.
You
with
think Rock's behind Solo?
Rock's behind Solo.
Yep, because The Rock is the final
Solo.
boss.
You think so?
That's where I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking Rock's
I
behind Solo.
don't want to see a civil war in the bloodline. I don't. Who wants that? I don't want to see it.
I wanna see it.
They've been the Samoan people in the wrestling have been pushed to the bottom so much, and they've carried wrestling for so many years
Yeah.
that now that they're the bloodline and they're on top, I think that should push them all together and not have a feud between them. Not yet. For a few years, let them stay on top. Let them be this monster, crazy. They can be as big as the Bullet Club. They can be as big as the NWO. They can be that big.
You're not excited to see a 4 games match with them?
What I was thinking,
No,
I was like, you got
I
this
don't
new
wanna-
bloodline.
I want to see Bloodline against Cody and them. I don't want to
Yeah.
see Bloodline against Bloodline. I don't want to see that.
Yeah. Well, they
I want
basically
the
killed
Usos
Cody.
to come back to the Bloodline.
They basically killed Cody.
So I want the Usos to come back together eventually, but because I want to see Jey Uso become like he's the main event Jey Uso. I
Yeah.
want to see him actually get that main event status. I want
Yeah.
him actually to get to actually hold a whether it's the Intercontinental title, the United States Championship, whichever title it is. I
Yep.
want to see him.
Do we see?
Get there.
Do we see Sammy and him going against each other right now? You think? I mean, they've been brothers. They've been
They have
close,
been.
and then now they could. But which one of them was going to turn heel though? To do it, like one of them has to go heel. Like
It'd probably be Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy going heel.
Because
Yeah.
Jay's hot right now.
Jay is so over
Yeah.
right now.
I mean,
But-
the more that he does this, the more the fans get
But
behind
y'all don't
it.
think he's turned into like he's? I don't know. He's overdoing it.
No, not really, because the fans are behind him 100%. What we think,
Some, I think, because
yeah.
it can get overdone. Like
Yeah, he's
you know,
overdoing
It
it. a
can
little bit,
be.
I
But the
think.
fans
Especially-
are with
especially
it.
when
The
he
fans
continues
are
to
with it,
say-
So it's kind of like,
Especially when he starts saying yeet after everything he says.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I don't
Yeet's
like
getting-
the Yeet stuff. Him after everything he says is kind of getting like
He needs
it's
to-
kind of getting almost Hacksaw Jim Duggan-ish.
And also,
Don't you think?
it's
Yeah.
like, no, it's getting like the Stone Cold Steve Austin with
that,
the
yeah,
what?
like the what?
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
like, if you want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin stop a mud hole, what? You want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin stop a mud hole and what?
Yeah.
That's annoying as hell,
Yeah.
and that's what the Yeet's
The whole
starting to
Yeet
become.
thing, I like it, but I don't. It's
He needs to dial it down.
yeah, it's too much. Like it's getting to be too much. And then, yeah. So Sammy versus main event Jay, I want to see.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
too.
Definitely.
Sammy's got to go heel though. He's got because
Definitely.
yeah, we enjoyed seeing him go face and turn on Roman and all that. But now I think that it's time for him to reinvent himself.
Do we
because
see Sammy?
We need to get evil
do we
Sammy.
see Sammy as do we ever see Sammy as a champion, like
As the world,
the world champion?
I
That's
think
a
we
tough-
Never have
see-
been, right?
He hasn't.
I think we see him as world champion, but not WWE champion.
Yep.
There's just I don't see him as WWE, someone that you put the WWE championship on.
That's the one that Damien's carrying.
That Cody Rhodes has.
Yes.
WWE
So you
champions
think
Cody
he's going to be
Rhodes.
the one that Damien carried, or the Universal?
I think he's going to carry that one that Damien's carrying.
The world
Oh, okay.
heavyweight title.
Okay.
Because he's world heavyweight championship material,
Mhm.
but he's not WWE material because unlike Cody Rhodes, if you look at Cody Rhodes, you look at Sami Zayn, if you remove the title from Cody, who are you thinking deserves to have that title between the two? It's gonna be Cody that you're gonna
Right.
choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be Sami Zayn. I'm gonna be
That's-
saying that.
That's yeah.
But also, think about this: if he does win the World Heavyweight Championship, Sami Zayn, do you think that he holds it for long?
No.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
How long does he hold this Intercontinental Championship? And does Chad Gable grab it before main event Uso, or
Or
does
Sheamus, because Sheamus hasn't won the title yet,
Sheamus hasn't had it yet? has he?
Nope.
That's the only
And
title
they-
he hasn't won.
and they've been pushing this narrative, but with Sheamus wanting and needing to be IC champion again. So you could either see him or main event.
Do we see
Uso
Sheamus
take it.
have it for a week or two, and then like just to put it on him, and then Sammy win it back?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I
see
could,
something
too.
Like that. Just to have it happen, and then
And then
Yeah.
he becomes a
Yeah.
Grand Slam champion.
And then what are we thinking about Damian Priest being a champ? Like I think
like it.
It's becoming legit. I think.
Yeah.
It is
I love
because he actually went and proved to everybody that the last pay-per-view that he can go the distance. That Drew McIntyre may be a force to reckon with, but Damian Priest can handle whatever he throws at him. He got his foot trapped
That's
inside
what I'm
ropes,
saying. A lot of
and
people
he
gave him
proved
shit about that.
exactly.
He got his
So
foot trapped
do
in
we
that little
see
box.
Damian battling Drew again, or what's Damian's next?
I'm
Next
saying-
move is Gunther.
Gunther.
Gunther, you think?
Yeah, because
Or I'm seeing
Gunther won the King of the Ring tournament. He chose
Well-
that he's going after.
Okay,
So
so-
he gets his
WSC.
Okay.
title match at SummerSlam.
So he does get a title match. at
But
Yep.
SummerSlam.
before we get there, we got to go to Money in the Bank.
Yep.
We just heard this past Monday that we have Seth challenging Damian.
Yep.
So,
Money in the Bank.
And that's going to be
Championship.
Damian's real test.
but
Yeah.
I think Damian's going to pass that test.
Yeah, because I don't see them putting the title on Seth just
So,
to have Seth
Seth-
lose at the
Oh,
Gunther.
wow. Yeah, I
'Cause-
don't think they're putting it back on Seth.
Yeah.
Because
I don't either.
I think that's Gunther's time. And Damian Priest is the perfect man to
They
have
still-
going to that show.
We
versus-
still have Seth versus Cody to do again too.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true.
That needs to happen again too, because that
And they teased it pretty much so like there's still bad blood between them.
there's still
And
blood.
they put it aside for the bloodline, but now the bloodline's just soloing them. There's no beef between them and Seth, so
So
Seth
does
focuses on Cody.
Gunther take it from Damian, or do we see Damian beat Gunther?
I say Gunther should be the one that takes the title.
I see Gunther winning it, but
How you say it?
is it going?
You said
to
Gunther. Say it again.
Gunther.
Yeah, you
Gunther.
say it better than I do.
Gunther.
I see Gunther
Yeah.
winning the title, but I was watching another podcast actually this morning. Actually,
Fuck them other
or last
podcast
night.
guys.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't like those guys.
Yeah. If they're not telling us our names, then we don't want to listen to
Yeah,
them.
go ahead. What podcast was it?
So I actually don't remember the
Don't
name
remember.
of it.
Okay. It was
Oh my
probably-
God!
It was
They're
probably
not-
us.
they're-
It was
it's
us.
probably us.
It was
all
us.
day.
No, I would know if it was.
You-
Now we know that we truly are Rinky Dink Booty Ass podcast.
They don't even remember it. It was us. He's gonna say our quote on our show.
It was Don Tony or something like that. Yeah,
Don Tony?
Okay.
It was on YouTube, and he said something about like for SummerSlam. What if we get Seth versus Damian versus Gunther and
Ooh.
triple threat match?
I don't want that.
I mean, it could happen because that
I
would
don't
give
want that.
Damien
You
an
don't-
out.
I don't like it.
I
Because
kinda
I think
do,
Damian
because
and
I'd like
Gunther
to
could
see-
put on a banger by themselves.
Oh, Damian
Yeah, I
and
do
Gunther
too.
by themselves, I think.
Rather than
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
Seth
because-
pop.
Damian's a great wrestler. Damian is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, people need to stop shitting on him because Punishment Martinez, aka Damien Priest, is one of the best out of the independents because this man has been putting on hell of a show as World Heavyweight Champion so far, and they're just hating for the sake of hating.
I really don't want to see. I really don't want to see it off of him.
And
But
you
then-
don't need to.
They're going to turn him face, aren't they?
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. But who then would be the babyface in this match if it is Gunther versus Damian Priest?
I think
Damian is.
Damian would
Damian
go
would-
in as babyface.
yep. because
I want to
Gunther's definitely
see.
heel.
I want to see Finn Balor versus Damien.
That's I
Demon
want to
Finn
see
Balor.
that.
Oh,
too,
me
yes.
too, brother. Because
Yes.
if you've noticed, Finn Balor's been looking at that World Heavy Championship a lot, just like Randy Orton did Cody.
This is what I think. I think that Damien and Dom are going to end up leaving. They're going to end up in the LWO. Dom's going to be the leader of that, and the Judgment Day is going to be a couple other guys. Like they're going to have a couple other.
And Dom's going to try to unmask all the masked wrestlers that he sees because he swears that they've stolen his wallet, so he wants to see their face
I think Dom's going face at some point. Back to face.
But he's better as a heel.
He is, but I think he's going. If he goes, I just don't see the LWO as being heels.
Their heel
No,
faction,
I don't.
though. They
The
could have
LWO,
been.
no,
I don't see it with.
they're not a heel.
No,
Yeah,
if
not
Damien
yet.
goes over there and becomes leader of the LWO, I see Carlito going back to LWO. Them all being a faction together. LWO is a face faction, and Damien's
But-
going to be loved. Damien's already getting love.
He's already over with the fans. If he becomes babyface, he's going to be head over moon to them.
I kind of like
But-
the whole transition that he's like doing right now.
Yep.
He's kind of going at a slow pace, turning face.
Yep. And he's also shying away from the Judgment Day because for the last couple of weeks, we ain't seen him do nothing Judgment Day style until now.
Okay, so say Dom and Damien leave Judgment Day. Who do we replace?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah,
I mean, we've already got the Wyatt Six. They could definitely destroy the Judgment Day once there's no.
So you think the
Damien or
Judgment
Rhea.
Day goes away for a while, or they stay a faction? You have what's the dude?
We got Finn Balor, we got JD McDonough,
He looks like
Mr.
Lord
Bobblehead.
Farquaad.
Yep, and a bobblehead.
So we know Rhea's when she comes back, she's not going to be gone from the Judgment Day.
We also
right?
got Liv Morgan trying to get some of that Dom.
Well, that's going to be
I think that's going to be a feud in
That's
itself.
definitely going to be a
Yep.
feud. It's already been a feud. Those two have been feuding for a long time. Anyway, it's been in the background, but them two have been feuding for a long time.
That's right.
But I don't think Rhea's going. Rhea's pretty much face too already
Yep.
because she's not going back to the Judgment Day.
Judgment Day's pretty much gonna fizzle out
You think?
once it has none of its core members.
We could get your boy back,
Yeah.
the rated
R2.
R superstar.
Yeah,
We
but
could
guess
get him
what?
back.
Guess what? He broke
Put
his
him back
leg.
in the Judgment Day.
yeah.
Damn it, Edge! You had to go and break your leg before you could do it.
No, we're bringing him back as Adam Copeland. We're getting rid of the whole Edge shit.
And that's how Judgment Day dies. Because he'll come back and he'll be like, I used to be a man named Edge, but then you people had to go and
I'm
ruin
the-
everything.
I'm the
so I'm
bug-
Abel Copeland.
I'm the Bug Eye Superstar.
Yeah. Say it again, kid. Yeah. Wish.com rock.
Yeah. The Bug Eye Superstar.
I bury all the young talent.
The barrier of run.
I used to say that Triple H was a barrier, but now I'm the
Oh,
barrier.
he could bring Jericho with him, and they could be in the Judgment
and
Day.
Jericho be like, you young
Right?
guys want to beat
Jericho
me?
and-
That don't work for me,
Yeah.
brother.
Jericho and the Bug-Eyed
Yeah,
Superstar.
Jericho's gonna be the new Hulk Hogan. He's gonna every time someone wants to pin him, he's gonna be like, "Hold up now, baby. This is the learning tree." That don't work for me now, brother. You're gonna do the job. I'm gonna get the pin. I'm gonna leave, and we're all okay, brother. And Adam Copeland's gonna be like, "You heard the man. None of y'all gonna beat us. We're gonna be Hulk Hogan this bitch."
But who else is there? Like, and what are
It's
they?
hard.
And what are they doing with Braun Breaker? Like, how long does? What does he? When does he get a? Like that dude is just smashing
Braun
everybody.
Breaker is probably gonna get the Intercontinental title before anyone
Yep.
You
because
think?
he's on a wrecking
He's going to be one
mission.
of the big heels on the main roster.
And also he's
He's
over
on
already.
Raw, right?
Yep.
So the Intercontinental Champion is
Did-
the only thing he can go get, really.
Did you see how he destroyed Ludwig Kaiser with such speed that he made it around that ring right as Kaiser was
Split him in
running?
half.
He's
and speared him
He's
in
a damn
half.
beast. They got to put the like. What do they do with him? Like
He
it's
got to be
like-
booked like a monster.
It's
Yeah.
but it's too. I think it's too quick to put a belt on him. But like, how can you not?
Let him just wreck everyone. Let him just wreck
Yep.
everyone and then put the belt on.
Like
Yeah.
like what he did to
No
Ricochet.
friends. No friends. Just me, Braun Breaker, wrecking everybody.
Speaking of Ricochet, is he leaving?
I don't
mean,
think
Or
so.
are we getting him back?
I
I
don't think
feel
he's
I feel
leaving.
like I feel like they worked us because you had the reports that
What do you
Ricochet was
think?
leaving.
I think Ricochet stays. I think he stays.
He stays.
I do too.
Because I don't see Samantha going. 'Cause,
Yeah,
you know,
I don't.
if
Exactly.
Ricochet goes, Samantha's going. You know, but
I
And
don't
I-
think she's going. I think if he goes, she's staying because she's a bigger star than he is.
And also, why would you leave when you're being featured prominently on WWE television? Yes, you were Speed Champion,
I think they
but you're
bring
being
him.
featured all the time on WWE television.
What was he? The Puma.
Yep,
Prince
the Puma.
Puma.
He should come back as Prince Puma.
Prince Puma. Bring him
Lucha
back as
Underground.
Prince Puma.
I would like to see it. I
Put
mean,
him in a mask. And bring him back.
I mean, like he says, he's tired of losing. Something's got changed, so Prince Puma comes, and that evens the score.
the
gives
best
him back
thing,
his wins.
the best thing that happened to him probably in his career is AEW trying to recruit him because Triple H is like, let's go with this. Let's make everybody think that you're going over there. Let's
Yep.
put you out of business for a while.
And we are in the Triple H era, so one thing this Triple H era has been known for is taking someone like Piper Niven. She was Dewdrop,
Yeah,
and she got the Piper Niven name back.
yeah.
One thing Triple H's era has been about is about him giving people their original names.
Just
back.
like
Yep.
Austin Theory.
And was Puma?
Exactly.
Was Puma? Where was he wrestling at before?
Lucha Underground.
Lucha
He wasn't
Underground.
Triple A.
Nope.
Nope.
He was
'Cause
Lucha Underground.
I was gonna say because they just did a deal with Triple A.
And
WWE's
I
working
mean,
with Triple A now.
I mean,
Yeah.
think about
Yeah.
this. We might be seeing Brooks Jensen work the independents for a while because they're trying to push the storyline that NXT is keeping the man out of their company. Because you've had him trying to run down the interference at Obafemi and Wes Lee earlier.
he's gonna be
and
over
the
at
security was
TNA.
stopping
Ain't he?
him.
He's
Yep.
gonna go over to TNA a little bit too.
And I think
Yeah.
I think we might see CM Punk go there. We might see Drew Galloway pop up in there because Drew's quit the company. Yes, he showed back up to beat CM Punk's ass, but that does not mean that he's re-parted the company. That just means that he came
Drew
to
McIntyre?
do something. Yep, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre's going over to beat fucking Moose's ass.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to go over to TNA beat Moose's ass. Like he's going to show up. I quit there, but he's going to show up over in TNA and beat some fucking then kill all of them over there too.
Yep,
Yep.
because Drew has done such a great job with his expressions. Last night on SmackDown when he carried CM Punk from the back.
Wasn't
to the
that
ring,
incredible?
It
That
was.
was-
That was like cinematic. That was
That was so-
epic.
One shot. That's WWE with their cinematography
Yep.
done way better than what they were.
The best thing that happened for Vince McMahon, the best thing that happened for WWE is Vince McMahon shitting on somebody's head.
Yep, and also that Kevin
That
Dunn's
is the best thing that ever happened
and that
to WWE.
and that Triple H got rid of Kevin Dunn's fucking idiocy. 'cause
Kevin Dunn's gone.
he ruined
Fucking dumb
everything.
Vince McMahon's gone. And,
and
you
all
know,
Vince's cronies.
and Vince McMahon, he helped make wrestling what it is today.
Right.
We got to give it to that.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll give him credit for that.
But like, thank God that he shit on that girl's head.
Yeah. It's crazy to say, but yeah,
Yeah,
for real.
because
It
he's
is
gone
crazy.
now. We couldn't have got. If he had been a Saint, we would have fucking still had bad wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
We would be thinking AEW's bad. Wow, AEW's good this week.
Right, exactly.
And if we didn't have Triple H as the leader over there being the new Dana White, man, he's the new Dana White.
Man, I've been loving what they've been doing because we've been seeing TNA. We've been seeing AJ Styles, EO Sky. They're going to be wrestling at Marigold and also Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yes.
NXT's pay-per-views are off the hook. Did y'all watch that Shayna Baszler and
Yeah, the underground
yeah.
match.
And the underground.
That was a unique
that
way
was
for her.
incredible, wasn't it?
And that was a
Roxanne
neat.
and Jordan Grace was good.
We
Yes.
don't see the TNA relationship and NXT WWE relationship. We don't see that.
And
with
you threw
Vince McMahon,
and
we
you
don't
threw
see that.
Yep.
Ultimate Fighting Championship in there.
Yes.
And also, the way Lola Vice beat Shayna,
Mm-hmm.
it was logical. She slammed her head into the stairs and she threw her into the ring and got that TKO because Shayna couldn't do anything afterwards.
That was
And
incredible.
Shayna
match.
sold it like she got her bell rung.
That was one of my. The women steal the show so many times.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Today's women are better than the Attitude Era's women.
Miss, they steal the show so many times. The women wrestlers steal the show so many times.
That's right. Because the women bust their ass day in, day out. Every time they come out there to that ring, they know what they're going to give you, and they know what they're going to do. And that's always going to be 100%.
True.
And people just they back then, Vince McMahon used to shit on women's wrestling because he wouldn't let the women do their thing.
I'm sure he probably shit on a lot more people than we know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you hear Chael? Shit.
Chael Sonnen.
Yeah, Chael. Yeah, he was on Andrew Schultz's podcast and was saying that Vince McMahon was fucking having sex with guys too. Some of the men wrestlers.
Yeah.
And
also
actually said Shawn Michaels.
And I mean that has been a rumor for a long time that Shawn Michaels was getting away with a lot of things because this man was doing things with him.
Y'all think? Do y'all think that was happening?
I'd hope not, but
I'd hope
it is
not
Vince
as well.
McMahon we're talking about.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with like male
Yeah,
gay
but
sex,
this man's version is non-consensual.
yeah, well, he was you know, he was putting people over for doing he was doing the Harvey Weinstein shit on them. I'll make you a star if you if you get
You do this.
I'm so glad he's out of business
I'm
now.
so glad that fucking dude is gone.
He can't even get inside the gym now. He made a gym for himself, and the biggest fuck you to him is you can no longer go to your gym.
What about Shane McMahon? Rumors of he's going to end up at AEW.
I just hope.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that.
And also-
happen.
Oh, I see it happening.
And if it does
I
happen,
can see it happening.
and if it does happen, I don't want to see him try to fucking take over and try to make himself a star like he did inside the World Woman. Come on, did you really think that you were better than,
so if
than
they
all the
bring
other
him
guys?
if they bring him in realistically, if they bring Shane McMahon into AEW, what do you guys see him doing over there?
If they bring him in, I think he needs to be just behind the scenes.
Yep,
Really?
Simply behind
Exactly.
the scenes. That's it.
You don't
behind
think
the scenes only.
y'all don't think how big of a pop would he get bringing him out on the stage?
He get a pop, but guess
Get a
what?
huge
Just like
pop
everyone
going
else,
backstage.
nothing else.
If you do bring him out on stage, bring him out as just a general manager. Use
Yep.
him as the general manager. That's what AEW needs, a general manager.
Yeah.
And then we
But I don't think Shane would do that. I don't think he would come and say, "Hey, I think he wants to wrestle."
no, Shane, don't do it, Shane. We saw what you did. You tore your quads.
I see Shane McMahon versus the Bug-Eye Superstar.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
and they both tear their quads at the same time. Because one's gonna jump to do an elbow drop, and instead of doing an elbow drop, he's gonna jump
Shane
forward and break his leg.
Shane
and the
McMahon
other
would
one's
have.
gonna jump high and tear his.
Shane McMahon wouldn't have done what Edge done. He would have fucking gave him that elbow.
I
And yeah,
think if
he
Shane
would have.
goes to AEW, he's stupid.
Yeah,
And the reason I say that, why go to AEW? Your brother-in-law's running WWE.
I don't think they want him though. Has he been back?
Well,
not yet.
no, but
not
Stephanie
since Miss
came
Man.
back, and
Well,
granted,
that's his
she's-
wife. Especially
yeah.
he's got a you don't
And-
bring me
and-
back, you don't get none.
And it was basically Vince that didn't want Shane a part of WWE. He kept on being a dick to Shane. So we could see Shane back in WWE because of Triple H.
I like the idea of Shane going to AEW. I like it. I do. I like it.
I mean, if he goes there, he's gonna get a pop for one night, and then we're gonna see it just like every other ex-WWE
But-
person.
Bringing Shane in, I see that can be a bridge between AEW and WWE.
It could be.
Yeah.
I think that they could actually, they'd have somebody to actually, Shane could talk to AEW, Shane talks to WWE. Like they could build a bridge there. Like they could, even if they done stuff behind the scenes that nobody knew about. I would love that. I think they could trade back and
They
forth because they
Definitely.
got enough money to say, hey, I want to trade you this guy for that guy.
I
And
wanna
let's
see-
make it under the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Or even put it out there. Hey, AEW traded this person to WWE. Like, you know,
I want to see them trade DMD Britt Baker to WWE.
Yes.
oh, yeah,
because they're not using her right.
she's definitely going. They can keep Adam Cole over there at
Yep,
WWE.
and I'd like to see,
I don't want no Adam Cole back in WWE.
Yeah, I hate Adam Cole because
I
comes
think-
to AEW and now look at him.
I think AEW was so I think they ruined Adam Cole. I think they ruined that whole little crew that he has.
Yeah.
Kyle, was it?
Wardlow for sure.
Yeah, Wardlow was over, and they had him squash Powerhouse Hobbs, and what happened just a few months after that?
Warlow and Powerhouse Hobbs are definitely coming to NXT.
Yeah.
If they're bringing Ethan Page over, which I love Ethan Page, I think he's awesome.
He's treated like a star already.
I think he's awesome. And then they brung the other guy over to
They got Sean Spears.
Sean
aka
Spears.
the
If they
King.
bring in those two guys over, they're bringing Ricky Starks. They're bringing Powerhouse Hobbs, and they're bringing the other boy.
Wardlow.
Yep,
Wardlow.
They're
They're definitely bringing
because I'm
those
telling
guys.
you, there was no reason why they had a Wardlow squash Powerhouse Hobbs, push him for a bit, and then out of the blue, just 2 months later, had Powerhouse Hobbs squash Wardlow like he was nothing.
Yep.
You know who I want to see in NXT?
Who?
Brody King.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to see Brody King because Brody King is a fucking champion.
He's an amazing wrestler.
Look
an
at him.
amazing wrestler.
The man was built to be a champion, world champion. This man hasn't been
Why
even
don't he-
considered for the title.
Yeah, they jobbed him out to what's his name?
Yeah.
The one he choked.
Yeah, Darby Allin.
They jobbed him out. Derby
Yeah.
Like-
out. They jobbed him. They jobbed Brody King out.
He should
How
have.
do you how do y'all not push that motherfucking guy? How do you not push Buddy Matthews?
Exactly, Buddy
Or
Matthews
Malachi
can go.
Black.
Exactly.
And Malachi Black should have been having more singles wrestling. The only reason why they even booked him for a singles match recently was because us fans said something about
That's
it.
why Andrade
He's
went
going
over there
back.
and now
He's
back.
as soon as he gets a chance, he's going back to WWE.
That's right,
Just
because
like Andrade. He's back in WWE.
because Andrade knew AEW's not the place for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a star. I need to be in a place that's going to present me like a star.
I mean, if you're going to be pushed shitty, you might as well be pushed shitty over at WWE.
Yep.
But the thing now is WWE actually knows with the regime now, the Triple H era, the Triple H regime, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Now WWE actually knows how to use people the right way.
That's right.
Whereas AEW, on their other hand, they don't. They start to use someone the right way, but then it falls to nothing.
What do
That's
y'all-
right, Leon Lexington. Black is the biggest flop.
What do y'all think? I don't know if he's a flop, but they just haven't
biggest
pushed
ball
him.
dropped. The
Ball
biggest
dropped,
flop,
yeah,
because
but-
he ain't been used.
What do y'all think about
Right.
MJF?
He should have went to WWE.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like the tattoo they had because, man, if something screamed, I suck worser, it'd be a tattoo of me trying to brand myself for life with a company that doesn't treat me like I'm bigger than what I am. He should have been treated
They
like
gave him
he
what,
was world
15
champion.
million?
Yeah.
I'd sign too, 15
And-
million.
Yeah, but
Well,
guess
yeah.
what?
Creative control.
But guess what? If you're signing with that company and you're trying to kid yourself,
I don't think that they're horrible. I think they let MJF do what he's doing, and I think that he's good. But I don't think that his baby run. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
should
did
always
not
be
go
good.
like I wanted.
hated it. I hated it. I hate his baby run.
My version of the baby run should have ended with Adam Cole turning, but there was no fucking faction. It should have been Adam Cole turns on him, loses the title, Adam Cole stands over him, holds the title up, and then they had their blow off match.
Yeah, they didn't have to
But
be.
no.
They didn't have to bring the devil thing in. They didn't have to do none of that. Just have Adam, the good, like them being buddies and him turning on it was enough. You don't have to
Yeah.
the devil and all these
And
other
now-
guys and who's this guy and like they didn't need all that.
And now they pretty much squashed that entire story because they had MJF return. He kicked Adam Cole's up balls, and that's the end of it.
I don't think they knew where they were going with that thing in the begin with.
Exactly.
Because
They didn't know.
because originally the devil was supposed to be CM Punk.
Yep.
We all know that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look at him. It was not Adam Cole underneath that mask from us. They were teasing that it'd be probably CM Punk, and when CM Punk signed with WWE, they're like, "Well, fuck, we need it out." Adam Cole, hey Adam Cole,
It'd have been
how you
be-
feel about wearing a mask?
Tony Khan's involved now in getting power drived and stuff. It would have been better if Tony Khan would have been the devil.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
but you know, when he sold that punch the gut so weirdly, man, it kind of
He has no business doing that. He has no business
Not at
doing
all.
any of that stuff. They had no. What do y'all think about him bringing up CM Punk like
Yeah.
after he's been left to them
And
show for weeks?
You should not have
for
showed
months.
the
There
footage
was
from
no
all it.
point. There was no point.
And also, it proved
What did it
CM Punk's
do?
point.
All they did all that to bring back Jack.
yeah,
But it proved
That didn't need none of that to bring back
No.
Jack.
It
they
may-
didn't really do anything.
I'm gonna be honest.
Tony Khan fired Jack, sent him off, suspended him. That's enough.
It
That's
may-
enough of a story for Jack Perry to come back be the anti-hero. Fuck all of y'all. Fuck Darby Allin. Fuck everybody here. I'm against all of you some bitches. And I'm bringing AEW to the ground. I'm going to burn it down.
That's right.
He could have been the best heel ever if they had done that.
And now everyone knows that he got choked the fuck out.
And he legit ripped up his contract.
Yeah.
And you bring him back and you put him with the Young Bucks.
You bring him back
who are
and
supposed to be like
And he beat your ass when you come back.
in like management of the
Yeah.
company as well. And so
And there's
Make it
plot
make
holes
sense,
inside their
please.
stories.
he's just their he's just their mascot.
yeah,
He has such a marketable character.
yeah.
Yep.
The scapegoat is such a marketable character. Just the merch alone on that whole scapegoat thing could have made AEW millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's
what
probably
did they
made them
do?
millions of dollars, but they dropped the ball.
Yeah. When you show the footage of what all in happened, you confirm what Punk did, and not only that, you made Jack Perry look like a bitch because he said that he was able to get out of that chokehold.
As soon as
with
I get a
ease.
chance, I'm WWF. Soon as I get a chance, I'm getting Jack Perry.
Taking him, yeah.
I'm taking Jack Perry because there's a fucking match right there that's going to fucking be main event somewhere.
Yeah.
That's right.
Jack Perry, CM Punk.
Yep, because
I
this
don't
needs
care
to
if you
happen.
put it on fucking NXT and make it a
Exactly.
main event there because
And also-
that's going to sell.
And also, if you bring Jack in, make him the scapegoat still. Make him.
No, that name stays with him. He has
yeah,
to be
it
that
has
name.
to be. And so that way, him and CM Punk
Could y'all
had the
see
blow
him-
off.
And
Could y'all see him
already
come-
sold the match.
Go ahead. Could y'all see him come into NXT as the scapegoat and then like I'm going to burn everything down here.
And then
I'm going to
CM Punk.
destroy. His whole thing should be, I'm going to destroy wrestling in general,
Yeah.
Yeah,
all of it,
'Cause his name is
everybody.
Scapegoat.
I'm going to start here in AEW, and then I'm going to end up at WWE, and I'm going to burn that place down too.
how do
Yes.
you bring
Yeah.
him back from New
Why
Japan
not,
Pro
right?
Wrestling?
That would make him the ultimate heel.
and put-
Ultimate heel. He
The
would have been
ultimate heel.
so much over as a heel. MJF ain't a heel no more.
And they ruined the fucking Jack Perry thing because they put him with the Elite.
They ruined it.
Yeah.
Brought him in. They showed the fucking footage. That
They were
made him
doing
make-
so good
Yep.
with it. They were doing so good
and then
with
they
it.
showed that footage, and then they brought him in, put him with the Elite. For some reason, those very same people who he should be going up against, because they're also part of the hierarchy, not just Tony Khan.
They could probably right now revive that if they turn Jack on them guys and just beat them down.
But this is AEW that we're talking about, and he beats him down. And well, you know,
Jack Perry
he's up
should have
with
been
next
the devil.
EVP. Yeah, he could have been.
That had already happened at that point, right?
Yep, but they would have ruined it because then they would have showed CM Punk footage about months later where he gets choked out after he said they got out of it.
AEW needs a creative team.
Yes.
They do.
I think Tony Khan books great matches. I think he books great matches.
But his stories suck because
But
there's
the
so many plot
storylines,
holes.
they need a creative. They need a Triple H.
They need the man that was let go from TNA.
They should have kept CM Punk.
Scott D'Amore would be a
Yep.
good
Yes.
asset to AEW.
They should have kept
Because
CM
he
Punk
knows.
and listened to him.
Yes, they should, because CM Punk knows what he's talking about. I like he said on that Ariel show. He said, "This ain't real business. They're not here to make money. They're not here to get money.
I
or to
don't
earn
think.
money."
I don't think Tony's trying to make money.
That's the problem.
It's his
AEW
playground.
needs to be a real business.
AEW is nothing.
Jaguars
more than his playground.
and that other soccer team make so much money that they pay so much in taxes that they have to have a business that loses money, and AEW is the business. That
And that's
loses
just
money.
ridiculous that AEW has to be like
But
that.
it still could be good losing money, I guess. I mean, they book great matches. I mean, Tony.
But matches don't
Tony-
get you everywhere.
I want to hug Tony. I think he gives the best looking hugs.
I just want to hug
I want
him
to
so
just
he'll give
big
me
hug for Tony. Tony,
I
he
wanna
gives-
hug-
He puts his whole body and passion into it. He's like,
I
just-
want to hug him so I can make at least
You can tell.
300,000.
You can tell this when he was a kid that his dad.
He
didn't
never
hug
got
him.
no hugs.
He was hugging the maids.
And when he hugs CM Punk, he's like, oh my, I love you, baby boy.
Tony
And now he
Khan.
hates him.
Tony Khan. Y'all ever seen the movie Billy Madison?
Yes.
Tony Khan.
That's
Billy
him.
Madison.
That's him.
Tony
I can't
Khan
see
is
it
Billy
now.
Madison.
I can see it.
Daddy, why can't I? Why
He
can't
called
I
it-
hold the company now?
Yeah. MJF called the shit.
Yeah, MJF. Yeah, I can't. Daddy, do you hear what MJF said about my company? I want to own it. Can he fork over $1 million so I can
Shampoo
keep
is
him?
better.
Pepsi is better. They're like the Harvey Weinstein of wrestling. Oh,
Oh
that's
my
exactly
God.
Tony Khan.
Yeah, Tony Khan is Billy Madison.
MJF is better. Darby Allin is better.
What's this?
I guarantee you.
I see that Benny Mac.
I guarantee
we're gonna
you.
have a fight, Mr. Benny Mac.
I guarantee you, when he's booking matches, he's got one of those little AEW rings, and he's got all his guys.
That explains so much.
That's what he's doing, ain't he?
It's his playground. Literally he's got these.
I bet when you knock on his door,
toys.
he's in there like
And then when he stops,
he puts him in the filing cabinet. Come on in, MJF.
No,
MJF's like, was
that-
you playing with them fucking toys again?
No, Mr. Death. That was not my toys. I just put them somewhere. I was booking.
Tony, was you playing with them fucking AEW toys again?
No, Mr. Death, I was not. I was just writing on a piece of paper. Get over it.
Oh my God.
That's exactly Tony Khan.
That's how he's booking matches, ain't it?
Yeah,
He's got
exactly.
a little AEW ring. And he's
No
got all
wonder.
he's got all his little men, and he's like locked in his office, and he's like, nee, 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 nee.
No wonder Wardlow got squashed because he was back there playing. He's like got his Powerhouse Hobbs, he got his Wardlow. Someone knocks on the door.
What
squashes
happens
Wardlow.
is his action figure Warlow fell on the floor, and he just couldn't find him, and he's like, well, I can't book Warlow, but I don't have the action figure.
And Wardlow's like, holy shit, my push is ruined because he dropped his Wardlow figure.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, he dropped the Warlow figure.
And
It
now
fell underneath the table. He couldn't find it.
And now he lost his Wardlow Undisputed Kingdom figure. He's like, well, I can't book that no more. So
He
I'm
booked
gonna
CM
have MJF kick him inside the nuts.
He had booked CM Punk so good because he had an old CM Punk wrestler. That's why he's booking all the WWE guys. He's got so many Edge
and
Christian action figures.
And this explains the All In fight because he booked Jack Perry and Punk, and they're fighting. He put Jack Perry inside the rear front face lock. He's like,
he don't have a Jack Perry action
Exactly.
figure, does he?
he probably lost that.
No, yeah, he probably don't have that.
He's like, well, I had a Jack Perry, but it's just Jungle Boy. Well, I ain't got no Jungle Boy Jack Perry no more. It's gonna be just Jack Perry. I need a Jack Perry figure. I'm just gonna book him to go to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Don't need him now.
He's got a little New Japan Pro Wrestling.
And Tony Inoki,
He's got a little,
somewhere
a little
up there looking. He's like, oh my God, my company's being used as a
yeah.
booking measure.
He's got a little AEW one over here. He's got a WWE one over here.
He's like, I want the WWE to succeed, but no one's gonna know if I just pretend like AEW's my main focus.
He's
But,
like,
I love
I'll
this
get-
one right here.
I'll get Triple H's attention if I'm gonna build some cool wrestlers and I'm gonna let them go over there. You know, Tony Khan is
That's his
watching
favorite.
WWE WrestleMania.
Yep.
He's sitting up like mad because he can't go.
He's like, God, dang.
You know he was
Why
going
won't they let me
before he
go?"
started AEW. You know he was at WrestleManias.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
He was at every WrestleMania before he started AEW, and he's so mad now that he can't go to fucking WrestleMania now.
Exactly. Because
I'd almost
that's his
guarantee
thing.
you. I guarantee you he's watching it. I guarantee you
Oh, yeah.
somewhere he's watching WrestleMania.
Hey, Leon Lexington had a point. Jack Perry should have screwed over Schwartz, went over Joe, and he would have had huge heat. That's right. That could have been big, but no. Instead, we get Jack Perry joins the elite. because
Jack Perry
what the
should
hell?
be the guy that's fucking up everybody's matches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He should. Everybody that has a belt right now, Jack Perry should come in and fucking ruin everybody's title matches.
Instead, he's going towards the crowd. He's being told, you
Night
got to
of-
choke the fuck out and
Night
not
of-
even know how to say it.
Night of Championships. Night of Champions. What they have? Night of Champions. Is that what they have? Or
Clash of
Battle of the
Champions.
Belts.
Battle of the Belts.
They have
Yep.
Battle of the Belts sometimes. Battle of the Belts. Jack Perry should come in there and make everybody lose.
Yep, he should showed up and beat the hell out of Swerve Strickland, stopped him from winning the title. Should have beat the hell out of the tag team champions, the women's champion, and every other champion they could find.
Yeah, he could be the best. He could be the best heel.
And they could go out there. Okada be like, "You're not gonna beat me up, bitch," and then he beats his ass up.
So Okada comes in. He's a main eventer in New Japan. They make him a mid-carder.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Sasha Banks come in. She's a main eventer in New Japan and WWE. They bring her in, put a mid-card belt on her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jade Cargill was one of the biggest people they had. Mid-card
Squash
belt.
to a mid-carder.
Mid-card belt on her. Squashed by a mid-carder.
Because
sent
at
to
that time,
WWE.
Yeah.
At that time, they didn't care about Chris Statlander.
They got a fucking champion, Malachi Black. They put the triple belts on him.
Instead of letting them win an AEW
Don't
World
give him
Championship.
a title rank. Give him one of them fucking belts that y'all have over there. They got fucking your boy Moxley running around with the fucking belt that looks like the Divas Championship belt.
Yep.
I don't like that New Japan.
It might as well
Wrestling
have.
title.
To me, it might as well have a big butterfly on it because that's what the fucking looks like.
Yeah.
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 I believe that they looked at the Divas Champion. They're like, "Oh my God, we need to make this a new IWGP
This is
title."
turned into fuck AEW podcast.
Hey, we did
Hey,
pay for that. I mean, we love AEW, but you can't.
We love to talk
ignore-
shit about it.
Love
You can't-
is
no.
a little bit of a too much right there.
We love AEW, but
We were going off, wasn't
We tolerate.
Oh man, because
we tolerate it, but
because we
you
want it
can't
to be
ignore
good
the
though.
faults, though.
Exactly.
We want it to be good. When WWE was trash, we loved AEW.
Yep.
Now that WWE is good, we like to trash AEW. But
Till we start
I
seeing
want it to be
things.
good.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah, I
it to
want
be
them to
good.
succeed. So please, Tony Khan, book Scott D'Amore to
He
be
books.
your
He books great matches.
creative.
He books great matches. Let somebody come and write your creative with you. Tell them what match you want. This is what you need to do, Tony. First of all, you put the toys aside. You bring in. You have a meeting with somebody like what's his name?
Scott D'Amore.
Scott D'Amore. You have a meeting with Scott D'Amore. You bring him in and say, "Hey, I want to book these matches." And you're like, "You write a story for these."
And I guarantee that he'd be
Okay,
way better.
let's write stories for these things, these matches, instead of just like, "Hey, I want this match. I want this match. I want this match."
You need to hire.
It's like a kid playing like in the
He
floor.
like Scott D'Amore.
Yeah.
Ignore the rings. I want you to do creative. I'm just gonna be over here
It's like
booking the match.
it's like a
Ignore my
kid.
toys.
It's like when we were like, I didn't get to have. I was too old to have WWE toys, but like
I had a lot of them.
you had a
I
lot.
did
Did you
too.
book your own pay-per-views?
Yep. I also used to create my own moves, like the shooting star headbutt.
Yeah.
It was like a diamond
Shooting
headbutt,
star
but you're doing the shit at the
I think
shooting
you.
star.
I think you tried that shit on me at the fucking our match, didn't you?
Yeah.
This is
I also
what I
created
tried
the Mentora, the double knees, and you were just sitting there inside the corner. I was like, I forgot what I should do now.
Oh,
So I backed up and I ran up and I
thought he was
jumped.
gonna kill me.
Yeah, he thought that. I protected them though. I ran up
Johnny
and I
wouldn't
grabbed
shoot
his
on me in
knees.
there.
I was not shooting on
You fucking was trying to take my head off. Like
I was not.
was I not laying? I was laying these fucking forearms in like bah, bah. I'm like, this motherfucker's trying to kill me. He wants like Johnny.
I had to make it.
You gotta
look
let
good.
me write the fucking wheel out before you kill me. You're not gonna get
Listen,
the podcast unless
I had to
write
make it
the
look good.
wheel.
You were hitting me with soft strikes. I was like, I have to make it look good now.
I was making it look good.
I volunteered
Yeah,
to ref the
but
next
that
match.
one did not
Huh?
look good.
I said I volunteered to ref the next match.
He was trying to kill me.
I was
Got me
not.
down in the corner and runs over and puts his knees all in my face.
I was
Hey,
an
I didn't mean to do
impartial
that. Hey, I never. The only thing I wish that I could have had footage of that knees
They-
from
you-
a better angle.
Oh, well,
That
the
we
match
ain't,
was
we ain't got a
recorded.
picture of it.
TCW recorded the match. They'll
Yeah.
put it out in about a year.
I like to see it though. That was a hell of a knees that I hit on this man. I didn't realize that I was going to hit the knees though. At first, I was
He's
thinking,
like, I'm just gonna stick my knees in his mouth. Fuck him.
no, no.
Fuck this
what
old guy.
No, what happened was
He ain't got his glasses on. He won't know it's me.
No. No. What happened was, I just got done stopping you. Sean pushing me away, and you're still sat corner. I'm like,
What happened was, he's like, I'm gonna be the fucking star of this
No.
podcast. Like, there's not gonna be a
I'm
Nice Guy
already a
Andy
star.
podcast
I'm
no
already
more.
a star. I'm the
bra-
podcast god.
I'm fucking ending this old man right now, putting him out of his misery.
What happened was I backed up, and I'm looking at Andy, and he's not moved or anything, and I'm like, I gotta cover up this. So I run at him, and I grab the ropes, and I jump up and drop my knees into
I was
him.
sitting there for you to kick me with your foot.
I had already stopped you
Not
several
like
times.
fucking run back to the other corner and be like,
I didn't run back to
fucking
that corner.
look like Omanga, like doing a fucking bulldozer on me.
Hey, come on, Andy. Andy, you're a strong man. You can handle that.
I'm laying in the fucking corner like, oh my God, Johnny's gonna fucking kill me. He's like,
Come on. And then I chopped him at one point. I didn't realize I was
yeah,
gonna
you wasn't
chop
supposed
him.
to chop me. I was supposed to chop you.
Yeah, but I didn't realize what I was about to do. It's like I forgot.
Yeah, he forgot. He's like,
like I forgot.
So I chopped you.
he thought this was a fucking real match. He's like,
Brother, it was a real match.
you
I
thought
had
it
to
was
chop you.
UC Ultimate Fighting
I
Championship.
did not. Come on. Give me some credit, Andy.
So Terry England was like announcing the show in the beginning.
Don't forget the plunger.
He was like, Terry England was announcing he's like, everybody now, these guys aren't real wrestlers there. This is an expedition match. And I was like, and then he just kept on. Yeah, I remember, guy, this season. I'm
Special
sorry if it
Olympics.
doesn't look that great. It's kind of like a Special Olympics match. I was like, what the fuck? What? I looked at Jay and I was like, did he just call it Special
Yeah.
Olympics?
My favorite part of the match, though, is the plunger spot. I'm glad that Terry England gave me the idea and we got the plunger and all that. But I swear, as I run up and I put the plunger, all I see is Andy's head's back, and I see the plunger smash into his nose. I'm like, oh my God!
You didn't hit me. You didn't hit my
shove that
nose.
hard?
You hit my forehead right here. You didn't hit my nose.
Yeah, but I saw it cover up your nose and your face before your forehead. I was like, oh my God, did I just
He
fucking
plunged
hurt
my
him?
head. I had it like this, and he was plunging my head.
And the fans loved it. They popped big for that.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, it was a hell of a match because for guys that wasn't trained all month, all weeks, we at least made decent.
We only
decent
trained
fare.
about 4 hours for our match.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were busy
And-
creating the storyline before the match, and then we looked at like, Johnny, we haven't trained, and it's going to be next week.
And the choreography got kind of thrown off because our referee decided to check the man and check me when this man was already went up to the top rope and I went up, and he was supposed to go up again, and then I go up again. Then he taxed me.
Yeah,
Well, that didn't happen because
we had
Sean,
a plan, and the plan just went to shit.
Yeah, because Sean's like, I'm gonna check you. I'm gonna check you. You ready? You ready? Andy. I don't know if he forgot to go up a second time.
They took
but
my glasses. I couldn't see what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah, see, and he's like,
Take the glasses off.
I
I'm
mean,
like, no, Sean, I want to keep them on.
I-
Take the glasses off.
you told him before the match. You're like, Sean, I'm keeping the match.
I told him that.
And Sean's like, give him the damn glasses.
Take my glasses off. I couldn't find them for like an hour.
And then afterwards, Andy leaves the ring. He's looking for his glasses. Sean's done forgot where he put the glasses at.
Sean got
and he had to
fired.
find them. And now Sean's my co-host. But wait, where's my co-host?
Yeah, where's it?
He didn't even tell me if he was
He
working.
didn't
or
even
not.
show up. No call, no show.
And he didn't even tell us if he was working or not.
He didn't no call, no showed you.
Exactly.
He said,
And
I'm gonna have Jane call him.
Yeah, James gonna have to do some human resources.
Jane's the
again.
human resources. You're gonna call him and have him
Yep.
come in for a meeting.
Question.
Cause what are we doing here, Sean? You're supposed to show up. I told you that we had a show twice this week. Thursday.
I just came over to
Yes,
put the
sir.
air conditioning in.
And this is now the co-host right here.
I'm his co-host now. I used to be the host. I don't know what the fuck happened.
You're a host too.
I don't know.
We are both hosts.
Haven't had nobody book my show for weeks. Like I'm just like
The reason why I ain't booked it
Poor
is
me.
the reason why I ain't booked it is because you've been on the download for a while.
Yeah, I've been down low. Yeah.
You have to be on download to regroup and revitalize.
Yeah, I was kind of.
And you got a show coming up.
It's taking a little time off.
I
Oh
may
yeah, I
have-
got Priscilla coming in.
Yeah, and
Priscilla's
also
coming in, guys, next Wednesday.
And also-
the intuitive psychic astrologist.
And she's sexy.
Priscilla, she's beautiful. She's coming in to talk to me about astrology and all the good stuff, guys. Please tune in next Wednesday at 8 p.m. We're going to be talking to Priscilla. And next Tuesday,
Yep.
Jane will be doing
and
her
also,
show.
And also, so am I. Before that, it's gonna be Nick Himes.
You're doing Nick Himes on Monday?
Yep, on Tuesday.
Okay.
That's the date they
so
chose.
Tuesday
as well.
morning, Tuesday after Tuesday around what, 7, 8?
I'd rather around 7 or 8.
You're gonna lead into her show.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tuesday we're having a double show. Tuesday, Rinky Dink Bullshit podcast at Tuesday, and then Jane. What's her show called?
Trying to remember what the show was called. I mean,
You're the producer of the fucking show. You don't know what she's
actually she didn't call me.
I don't think she's named it yet.
Yeah, I'm
Live
glad.
with Jane is what we're gonna call it right now. But
Or-
there is coming a name.
I will think of a name that.
Let her
suits
think of a
it.
name. Why
That's
you trying to
true,
take
too.
over every damn thing, Johnny?
I do
it's
not.
her show. Let her name her
I
own
mean, you
show.
tried to take over my name as my show. My name is Rinky Dink BS Podcast.
Okay. No, it's bullshit.
Yeah, that is, but I shorten it because
Who wants? Okay, I'm gonna ask a question to the fans. Y'all guys can chime in. Who wants Johnny's? Y'all want to keep Johnny's name as the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast, or y'all want it to be SuperFly Johnny Lee Podcast?
I mean I like my
You like your name, so
Rinky Dink
that's what you.
Bullshit.
Okay, that's what you're keeping then. You
Because-
done chose.
that's
Is that what
right.
you're choosing?
I like my Rinky
Okay.
Dink BS
That's
Podcast.
what we're gonna keep it.
I mean I got a great logo. I mean
Yeah,
just
we'll
to
keep it
get
that.
back at this guy.
Anyways, you guys go on your little rinky dink bullshit podcast.
And it's ours now. So what better way than to keep it?
Yeah.
Because I shortened it to Rinky Dink BS Podcast. Instead of saying the full name, I just put BS.
Yeah.
And whenever I put it on the thing, I try to make it RD.
You could write it like he writes it though,
What?
with the little hashtag and the
Oh yeah, that's true.
splashing
But
that.
I also like to write it inside the short version, like RDBP.
Yeah.
Rinky Dink BP. That way,
BS.
yeah. But I like to do the short version where the S is not there.
Yeah.
Because the people know already what the show is called. The anagram works just as good.
Because you're full of shit.
No, Andy. Now listen, I know I may have jarred your brain a little bit with that double knees, but come on.
I think with the NiceGuyAndy podcast, I think we're going to start doing a little bit more like some more mainstream interviews. We're not getting away from the wrestling. We're going to still do wrestling, but like, I think a lot of people want to see some other stuff, like the psychics and stuff like that, and bring in maybe some ghost hunters and whatever.
If that gets us canceled, just know
No, we're not going to get
we
canceled.
love conspiracies.
But, yeah, we do love conspiracies. We have
hoes.
we used to have a show. We were doing a show on TikTok called
Tinfoil turnbuckles.
Tinfoil Turnbuckles.
I loved putting on that
Yeah.
tinfoil hat. Damn it!
Yeah, he was wearing a fucking tinfoil hat. It was
Yeah,
great.
I put it over this one.
That's who
so
this-
that looked like
this
a flat
is,
cap.
This right here is Sam Tripoli. Everybody thinks it's me, but it's Sam Tripoli. He's
You sure that's not you, Andy?
he's the host of the Tinfoil Hat podcast. Y'all ever listen to that?
I've never heard this first time here.
Oh, Tinfoil podcast is cool. Sam Tripoli is awesome. He's a comedian. He does that podcast. It's awesome. He's great. He said he'd be on my podcast at some point, but
You need to check it out.
I have to do a virtual one. Like you got stream. Would you all use Streamlad?
StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like you can use it without like paying for it.
Yeah, there's a free version. Yep. And
Okay.
then the next
You just
step
stream to
up
one
is-
thing, right?
Right. Well, right. I do recording, but then if you do a live stream, with the free version you can pick YouTube or Facebook.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. StreamYards.
Yeah, I might start doing the StreamYards. Can you bring other people on it too? Like, how many people can you
You
bring
can
on?
get 4 people
Four
on the free
people.
version.
The 4 people on the free
Yes.
version? Okay, cool.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I was actually brought on to Joe's do StreamYard.
We use Streamlabs and OBS, and it's great for just studio stuff. And they do have an option to bring other people on, like in a little window on the side.
Mhm.
but I can't. I don't know, for some reason, I can't get like the audio goes on the radio, but I can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah, you can't
to
get
talk
to
to
the
them. So,
headphones.
but I'm still trying to figure that out. But the other thing, StreamYard would probably be cool to use. I was using Riverside for a little bit too.
Riverside, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Riverside's
Riverside's
same kind of thing.
kind of like that too.
Yeah, I was doing another podcast with a friend that has a studio next to Israeli, but he's a realtor, and we were just talking shit. So it never actually never went out. We recorded a bunch of stuff, but it never went out.
True.
I think he might be FBI or something. I don't know. He might just want me to criminate myself.
Yeah.
I criminated myself
that
so
mean-
bad on that show.
that
I'm
mean-
glad. I hope it never comes out because my wife is going to divorce me.
Yeah, because he brought you in there and he had you spill
Yeah.
your beans, and he's just like,
So
yeah, Andy, we'll do a podcast.
when you do your interviews, like, is it like this? You just don't. Do you write down? You have a certain questions you ask every wrestler, or do you just you research them?
Yeah,
Because we don't usually do any research.
We do
We don't.
stuff.
You know, I didn't know either one of you guys until Johnny brung yo in. We don't do any research.
Yeah,
we don't do much show prep. We just because we don't really have time. We just come in here and don't do
Whatever
any
happens,
editing. We just whatever goes out goes out. So how do you do it?
So I do research if it's someone, especially if I don't know anything about them. I will go and I'll do at least a little bit of research,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll kind of like, I got those go-to questions. Like, I'll ask like, okay, if I'm interviewing a wrestler, I'll say, okay, what's your top 3 favorite matches that you've had thus far in your career?
Yeah.
That's one that it gets them thinking. I've had some that can't think of 3 off the top of their head. Then some they'll just spit them out right there, and they're like, okay, this one, this is the reason why. This one, this is another reason why. This one, you know.
Yeah.
Another one, like I try to get creative with the questions too, and like ask stuff like, okay, like if you could create your own match type, what type of match, like what would the rules of the match be? What would you name the match, and what would like the stipulations and all that be?
Huh.
And then what would you name the match would be the ultimate
Yeah.
part of the question.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And do you like answer questions, or you just kind of like chime in when he's answering questions?
Like when we do the lives, I usually ask my own questions, like either off the top of my head or if I've seen them like at OVW or
So you're like me, you don't do
watching
no
on
prep.
YouTube.
You just
Yeah, I
like,
just
hey,
go
go
off
watch
the
a couple
fly.
matches or something, and just
Yeah.
like come up,
Yep.
like be a fan.
Yep.
That's kind of like what I do. I kind of be a fan, and I just ask whatever, and it's kind of like what I've been doing with you guys, just asking whatever, you know. Johnny does the same thing.
That's how we do
we improv a lot of shit. Like a lot of these skits and stuff we do, we make it up right on the same spot. Usually a lot of the
Even our
brawl was like one take.
Really?
Yeah, we did all that in one take sections.
Mhm.
Like we would shoot something, one take of that section, we'd shoot something else, one take of that section, and then we put it together. It was probably about, and you know, it turned out great.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do a couple other takes, but like because it was like when we're doing it, I'm like, no, I want to do it this way, and we change it up, switch it up a little bit. But usually we do it 1 or 2 takes, unless we just really want to change it completely, or we'll look at it at a different angle or whatever. But I usually have something. If we're doing a skit, I usually have it in my head or something, or Johnny has it in his head. Like, how's it going to look? We almost think alike, man. We think a lot alike. Like a lot of the stuff that we made up in that
Just like that skit right
in the
there.
skits is just
Like that came about because I was going for the dumpster and
we were just we just needed a box for something, and we just needed a box for something, and we was getting. I took Johnny's gimmick away from him at that point, and I just needed a box, and I was like, Johnny, we'll stop here and get this box, and Johnny jumped in there and was like, let's do a skit. I was like, Johnny, that's your new house. So that was Johnny's new house. Yeah. Then I wouldn't let him in my car because he's smelling up the place.
Yeah, I tell him, you want me in there after I've been inside the dumpster? He's like, oh, there you go. Don't get inside my car.
Look at my car. It's like fucking trash all in it. Look at it.
That was my favorite part of that. I mean, some of the skits that we do just come off the go. I mean, that one's my favorite right there.
This one-
This is a sale. Like his foot looks like it literally kicked my jaw. That's the best part of that.
A lot of that stuff we just, and then like even the
like even this, Troy and Icon Lee telling Troy, find your own way to the shows. Just going off at them at the car.
we were in Michigan right there. I went up to Michigan and watched them wrestle up there. Actually, Troy, he's a tag team
God.
champion up there.
I forgot.
Oh
These
yeah,
guys
we got to
started
end the
on
show.
Saturdays.
The Mexican place downstairs that started their.
Yes, that's not.
They're partying down there. Fandito's down there DJing.
Thanks a lot, Fandio. You jackass.
They gave us some warning.
Yeah,
They gave us some warning.
we're going to have to teach them a lesson, then.
Well, wrap it up, Johnny.
That's right. Now we come to the part of the show where we say our goodbyes. Who would like to go first?
Just a 502 Ace. Thanks again for having us.
Appreciate
Check
it.
us out on all social media.
There you go.
This is Rymode Mosley, and yeah, like 502 Ace said, check us out on all of our social media at the Final Count KY, pretty much everywhere. On Facebook, facebook.com/the Final Count KY.
You don't have a nickname yet.
Rymode.
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Rymode?
Rymode.
Rymode?
Yep, Rymode.
Rymode. Like, kind of like Ryback, but Rymode.
Okay, Rymode. Okay, all right. I
He got
thought you
his.
said Rhino there for a minute.
And he got his thanks to a guest.
Yeah. I'm called Wino sometimes.
Hi, Mom.
You want me to go next?
Yep.
NiceGuyAndy here. Thank you guys for watching us. This is the Rinky Dink Bullshit Podcast. Johnny is the host of that. Appreciate you guys. Go over to the Facebook page and like, share, comment on all our social media stuff over there. Like, share, comment on the comments. Let everybody know. Tag people in some of the comments. Let everybody know about the NiceGuyAndy podcast. You can subscribe for us for $1 over there at Facebook. The dollar would a month would go great to help the podcast pay its bills around here. We are monetized through Facebook, but they just give us barely enough to pay the bills, guys. If you guys could go and $1 a month, subscribe to the NiceGuyAndy podcast on Facebook, that would be awesome. Go over to our YouTube page, like, subscribe over there. We are gaining really big momentum over there. We got almost 2,000 followers over there on YouTube now. We got 16,000 followers on Facebook. We are on Twitch. We are on X. If you can get past the porn on X,
That's right.
because I can't get past it.
That
But
porn is so good.
so we love X porn.
I love going down that.
Shout out to Leon Lexton for chiming in and watching us, guys.
He enjoyed it.
If we're doing this Saturday night show, Leon, you need to come over and do it with
That's right.
Johnny. So if you're not having fun,
You ain't getting none because let me tell you guys, come to the show. The podcast God welcomes all. And Leon Lexington, thank you for chiming in, brother. Thank you for chiming in. Everybody that's been tuning in tonight. Andy, thank you for filling in when Sean wouldn't come to the studio because he knew that a show was going on, but he decided, I'll just sit this one out.
yeah.
Apparently he didn't want to have fun with our illustrious guest and talk about much great stuff.
Shout out to Sean Johns. Sean
That's
Johns
right.
is he's got him a cool little
Two jobs.
He's got him a nice job right now that he really likes. He's been laughing and smiling.
And
a
he
lot.
likes to hang up there.
He's got a really
Pretty high.
He's got a really cool headband on now. So
Yep, it's a swinging headband that which you might have saw last Thursday when we were on. But yeah, guys, shout out to Sean, shout out to Jahns, shout out to our people, shout out to Rymode. Thank you for coming in.
Final Count podcast, wrestling podcast.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir.
502 Ace, Final Count. Go check them out. They're on Facebook. They're on YouTube. That's what it's all about. And if you're not having fun,
You guys go on your little rinky-dink bullshit podcast.
damn Skippy.
Nice guy, Andy podcast.
That's right. If he keeps popping off at the mouth, I'm gonna be his daddy.
Anyway,
This is a
Zodiac.
I'm telling you now, meditate, elevate, and dominate. Do it with the Nice Guy Indie podcast.
Watch the Nice Guy Andy podcast.
Those were expensive.
Thank you.
Diamond is custom made.
Ooh, yeah. We out, guys. Rinky Dink.